Hello. Right, just so I can see the chat a little bit better on my phone. That's it. I'm wearing one of them, what do you call them now? One of them big tops that you can put on to keep yourself toasty. Ever looked at Zoo Plus for pet supplies? I have a long time ago. I'm trying to think when I did that. It was probably getting something for the cats. Hello, Melissa. I'm just a bit cold at the moment, but I'm all fluffy and warm in this. Bought this the other day and I thought this will come in use. So, yeah, sorted. Oh, for God's sake, me. That's it. Hello, Durjan. Hello, Craig. Hello, Thomas. Sab, Craig, Wolf. Yeah, I've not done a live in like ages. So, hi, Darren. So, bugger it. I haven't got a video at the moment because, like I said before, I'm struggling to get places to go, even though it is freezing in it, Melissa. The thing is, I've been trying to reach out to places and get people getting back is just like, it's crap. Definitely crap. I mean, fair enough, I've got my own spirit, but I don't want to be one of them that keeps going up to my attic and doing videos because you'll be here all flipping week. I mean, it's better up there because it's away from the cats, but it's no good if you get the cats trying to come up because they think they're missing something. And because it's not completely, it's boarded, but there's still gaps they could get. So I don't particularly want them up there yet. I'm good. Thank you very much, Wolf. Thank you very much for asking. Come on, phone, stop being a spanner. I mean, I almost thought I was going to not be able to get on my laptop. Not because of, what the fudge do you call it now? It's internet, which, yeah, it can still be a bit iffy. Stop being naughty. But, yeah, I couldn't find me charger because I'd put my charger away. Hi, Captain Caveman. You all right, mate? But I'd put it away because part of my charger on my laptop was starting to split because I was leaving it somewhere. Hi, sunshine. Hello. So, yeah, I still not found out about this. What was the name that kept coming up on my spirit box? Ethel. Still not found it yet. But I want to go up to the historical place in my town centre because that's where I got some of the others before and find out if that name is actually connected to this house. You just don't know. Do not know. What do you want, kids? I've actually bought a red light as well, so it'd be better than if when we go lights out, can use that. So it came today, so I haven't tested it yet. So that will be fun. I've actually booked to do a ghost hunt, but that one is for next year, and that's going to be an organised one, but it's not with Ghost Raiders, it's with somebody else. But still, I don't mind going. Is that where the bugger now is it? Oh yeah, I remember where it is now. But I keep reaching out to other places because at the end of the day, when you go to some of these places, it's good advertisement because they even let on that they've got spirits there. So it's not like they're hiding it. So I've reached out and I've just got to wait again. So I was given a different email address and phone number. So, yep, going to try again. So that will be fun. Will you stop complaining out there? You're not starving. Good God. I think these cats were completely starving. So I am going to start doing cat stuff as well again. Just not done any in ages. Will you stop arguing, you lot? Good God. I'll tell you the way they act, you'd think they were starving. Look at it. Your skin's falling off your bones. You've not been fed since this morning. Oh no. God, this is nice and warm. I like this. I can even lose my hands in this. I feel like about 12. My daughter actually bought some for her children, but hers were obviously, they had pictures on them or motifs for them because obviously their ages. And they were dead chuffed, which I don't blame them, because at least they're a lot easier than wearing a dressing gown, because a dressing gown could be a pain in the ass. Hello, Dan. You're all right, punches. So have you let Brady go then, have you? Here's me thinking you keep him forever and ever and ever. Will you stop standing on my stuff, lady? Bloody hell. Pain in the ass they are. I don't know whether there's a banner going across. If it isn't, it isn't. I don't frigging know these days. It's a pain in the ass. I am going to drop my StreamYard link in the chat. So, oi, if you got a camera and you want to talk, you can come up. Is he? No, that's good. Yeah, well, tell Brady I say hi anyway. Oh, yeah, that was it. God, I was dropping something in the chat. But no, being a nitwit. I forgot. Like you do. Hi, Brady. You're right, mate. What? You're not saying hello to Brady. He doesn't know who you are. Oh, dear. Let's see if it goes in. What do you want? What do you want? Oh, God. Cat farts. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, just wave it near me. I really want to sniff your ass. Oh, God, that stinks. Hello. You're up there for a few hours. Cool. See, I can catch up on my phone as well as on there. If you want to come up and annoy me, then yeah, just do it. It'll be fun. I like having fun or having a laugh. You know, I'm not completely serious because life's too bloody short to be too serious. There's a time and a place to be serious. Just check my other phone because I'm charging both of them up. Yeah. Oh, dear. Oh, I need a drink of water. Moist. Yes. Oh, they say moist a lot. They say in the invert chat that I go in sometimes. It's called Scott's Inverts. And it's one of their words. So I think it's funny. Hello, Peter Holt. Nice to see you. Hello. I could live in this. Unfortunately, it would need washing at some point. So I'll probably need to get another one. But yeah, you're going to make a coffee. Could you make me one too? I know you're a bit too far away, like in another country. But yeah. Yeah, because of where I left my laptop. I think something got stuck in the actual connection where the oh god, I forgot what it's called now. My charger. So I'm like, oh, that's Belgium. That's the one. See, I knew you weren't that local. But yeah. So I was trying to get it out. So I managed to get the charger. So I was like, yay. so I can use me laptop. Hope I'm not lagging like a right spanner, because it does me head in. But they have actually been sorting out the internet was it was really bad over the weekend. It was absolutely atrocious. So thankfully it's working now. But I've been trying to sort things out in the house, because obviously I've had things done to it, because like, the boarded attic, and then I've had an external door put in as well, so that helps. But I'm still putting stuff up there, and we're also taking stuff to the tip, so getting rid of stuff. And the cats are getting some what are they getting? Some cat trees. They're coming tomorrow, so that'll be fun. It's usually me that puts them together anyway, so they needed it. The other ones were they were knackered. They just had to go. Oh, I'm not too sure about going to Screamfest next week, Melissa, because it's really, really short notice. I do want to go though, because I could do of doing a video from it this time. So and I didn't really do a video last time, so I think it would be fun to actually do one this time, and obviously meet up with everybody. And I don't know whether I'm going on Dan's live, because I've heard Fudgerall, but he's busy. And hello, Crocos. So I know he's busy, so I was quite surprised he actually asked us to come on his live. But hi, Anton. He was very, very drunk on his birthday, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. He was absolutely, yeah, it is. So I don't know when I'm doing the next one. I mean, I could do more in the house, but I'm afraid people would get bored, if you know what I mean. I mean, like I said, I've got a torch which will show up in red. So when we go lights out, because I know spirits are a bit funny with the bright light, would use the red light instead. So that might be effective. But I've also booked to go on a ghost hunt, an organised one next year. And I've been hitting up other places as well to try and find places to go and ghost hunt as well. So that'll be fun. Are you actually going, Melissa, to Screenfest? Because I know you've not been too well, so it's a bit awkward, isn't it? Doing a live on the 8th. I don't know. I know he's doing a live on the 1st, because he's doing try and think now. The launch of his next merch, because he does a launch of his merch for Halloween. I'm looking for more Salmapayas sorts, like the longer brute. I can't bloody say that. But they won't ship from Germany to Belgium. Well, that's shit, isn't it? Very shit. Hold on a minute. Let me just do this. Oh, no. Now you move, do you, lady? Here I am to wreck the day. How is everyone? Hi, Michael. You right, mate? Hope you're good. Yeah. It's next door. Hey, excuse me, lady. He's ignoring you. Don't growl at him. Sakura. Yes, you, lady. Don't you dare go on my keyboard. You forget. Hey. Be nice. Wait. Come here. What's up? Something smell funky on this. No? Yes? Maybe? But I'm not going to drive 350 kilometers or kilometers for him. Yeah, a bit of an arse, isn't it? Somebody better join me on my live, otherwise it's going to be trouble. Hi, well known. You all right, mate? Yeah, be careful driving home then, mate. I'm going to stay on here for a few hours anyway, so don't worry about it. So I hope you're all right. Please stay safe. Please. Barry just messaged me and said you'll go live on the 1st and tickets on the 8th. All right, okay. Come on. That won't happen. All right. Well, if it's a little bit later and the tickets are going on the 8th, then it's not too bad then, because it gives me time to put some money aside. But if you're going down by train, Melissa, let us know. We'll try and meet up or something somehow. Because it will actually be nice going down with somebody. And obviously I'm stopping overnight and I'm stopping in the same place because it were nice there. So I don't mind staying in the... If that's okay, it is, yeah. Yeah, because I want to stop in the same place I went. I'm not going to the really cheap, crappy place. No, it's not paranormal. It's like a scream fest. So basically things jump out and try and scare the shit out of you. So it'd be fun. So we went last year. So we had an absolute laugh, taking the piss out of the characters. Me and Melissa. Yes, Barry said about staying in the same hotel. Well, you went to, didn't you go to, was it Ibis? Well, I didn't go there. I went to the Premier Inn and it was nice and quiet, really quiet. Now, I was told was it Ibis or Urbis, whatever it was called. It's much fun. Yeah, it was. It was an absolute laugh. It's a Halloween. Yeah, it is a Halloween event. So, yeah. They're building a horror house. Cool. Yeah, these attractions are pretty good and they're good fun. I don't mind going. What the fudge is that? I don't know. Hate it when the mouse drops. Stay. That's because I've moved things around. From bottom to top yard. It's all right, cool. Yeah, won't be doing it today. Probably doing it tomorrow. I'm trying to take clothes I don't wear, but I'm saving them. They're mainly band t-shirts. I don't wear them very often. So I'm just going to put them out into these like bags that you just put your vacuum cleaner on them and it sucks all the air out. So it compresses them. Yeah, tickets on the 8th. That's pretty good then. And not easy to read, no. Oops. Yeah, smash that like button, otherwise there'll be trouble. My cats will come and get you. Or Gizmo, who did it before, fart on you, because that stunk. Yeah. So, what else? Yeah, there's a wardrobe in the other room, which I want to empty, collapse it, and get it to the tip so there'll be more room. Will you stop arguing out there? You're not starving, like I keep telling you. Then I've got, what else? Yeah, putting some cat trees together. Round in me part of the hallway near the front door, it's getting decorated. My daughter's actually going to do it. What else? Yeah, that's going to get decorated. We may put some cupboards in, but I've also got a thing where I can hang my coats. I bought it when I first moved here, but with the way the cats were getting into everything, we just didn't think it was advisable putting it together. But it's going to be put together, so I can put our stuff downstairs. It's £30, if not a bit less, but you can buy the tickets from the farm for 20. Oh yeah, that's if I remember right, it's more money if you get into the event with Dan Dixon. going seeing him and seeing, seeing the others. But if you go to the actual farm, it's 20. So, yep. Better get me a coffee and my Halloween treats for the Portsmouth tarantulas. Yeah, I actually seen them. You had some treats. I've got some things that I'm getting off my daughter. Some more Halloween stuff. But it's no good saying it's Halloween stuff because that stuff I put up all year round anyway. So there's no difference for me. I have it all up because I've got stuff on a display table over there. And I've sorted out a bunch of things around the corner here. Not this unit. Move stuff off there. But it's right around the corner. And I've got several things. I'll have to show you at some point. But I'm trying to clear room. So eventually I'll be able to set up my, I've got a computer that I've not put together yet. Bought it. And I've had nowhere to put it. But we're slowly moving stuff upstairs. It's just I've not been too well. And it's a bit awkward. I'm going up the step ladders. And so Simon, because I have problems with this wrist. And I'm actually got waiting to go on an appointment to get it seen to because I lose feeling in these two fingers all the way up my arm, all the way up to my elbow. And it's always been like that. It's been playing up a lot. You wouldn't make a very good Dr. Nick, Simon. Unless you get your balls in a vice. Hello, everybody. Oh, God, I can't believe how warm I am in this. God, I wish I had one of these last year. It would have been well toasty. Obviously, I'm not going to sleep in it because I'll be just stupid because it will smell. It's just like having a... Neither is he. Shut up. Yeah. Then there's the food. Depends. See, I went to the Premier Inn last time and you can get like meal deals through them. It does work out expensive. But if you get there stupidly early, which works out better, you can go off peak time and you save more money, which is what I'd want to do, save money. The hell's that red dot on that? Just looking at what the frig that's display. No, I can't be bothered. No, the food wasn't that much. I mean, I had the all day, well, not all day, it was all you can eat breakfast. And it worked out something like £7.99 because I know I had one again this year. And there's loads of stuff. I mean, you can have a fry up if you want, or you can have bagels or toast, or I think I had this load of fruit, and I just poured a load of Greek yogurt over them, sat there and ate that. And you can have as much orange juice, much cranberry, apple juice, coffee, tea. So yeah, quite tasty. Hello, Elizabeth. Besides, it's fun. It's meeting up with these people. I wish this stupid fucking advert wouldn't come up. It's annoying me. Right, I'm going to put this here to stop me. My mouse keep rolling away. Come on, bugger off. Thank you. God, it's annoying. Save up over the year for it. He didn't even let anybody know that they're doing it because he said it wasn't even on this year. So I didn't even know. That's a bit shit then if it's doing that, Sab. Really, really shit. Oh dear. Somebody better come on this live with me, otherwise there's going to be trouble. Have a laugh. Don't worry, I'm not going to be on all night. It's not the same. Not like when you're at the weekend and stuff like that. Hello, Donna. Hope you're okay. Oh, builder's hands, yeah. Oh, we've had loads of work done on this house, and we're not going to probably get much more until next year because it's a case of saving up. It's an ass. Ooh. See if this would do. Come on. You all right, mate? Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
One, two, check, check. 1, 2, check, check. 1,
Yeah,
2,
got you.
Why is it on the headset then? It's connected to the it says it's connected to the headset. There's no headset connected to it, so what's it on about?
Being bloody stupid, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm all good. Yeah, how are you? I thought I'd pop off anyway because I see you've been struggling there a little bit, like on your own.
Yeah, because sometimes you run out of things to talk about. I mean, yeah, I could go on about the bleep going doing stuff on the paranormal, but I don't know. I just can't sit. I mean, I can and I can't sit and talk about it all. It depends. So sometimes you just need somebody to start you off. But it's not just about the paranormal. It's anything and everything that I enjoy doing anyway.
Well, this will probably intrigue you actually, because recently, this past week, I've had this ultimate feeling that my mum's around.
Cool.
Yeah. Don't know why. Mum, obviously, as you know, my mum passed away when I was early 20, when I was 21. But so I don't know why, but obviously, you kind of delve into it a little bit more, like, and YouTube. I don't know what it is. Maybe because I've spoken it out loud in front to the missus, and YouTube is obviously listening to me.
I can hear you, but I'm just going to grab my headphones as well
Okay.
at the same time because this is shite. I mean, I could put my speakers on, but I can't be bothered.
Or is it really quiet? Is it?
Yes, it is quiet.
So yeah, obviously, with me having this feeling that someone's around, the presence is around, like some paranormal, like whatever. What I've done is YouTube has been suggesting videos about near-death experiences, etc., etc. Then sort of that side of YouTube. So I've been watching a few of them, and oh my days, I cannot. Jackie, the experience I had with seeing that orb of light and my mum and whatnot happened about 20 years ago-ish. Do you know what I mean? And it's only now that I'm watching these videos that there's so much these people are talking about that really represents what I saw that day. It's like, but like
sometimes I don't think you believe it until it actually happens to you, and then you're like, "Whoa!"
I think that's the ultimate thing about it. Like, I think that's it. Like, until you've obviously had an experience yourself, and you've seen something, you've witnessed something, you've had an experience yourself, then it's difficult to get your head around to comprehend, to understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't understand what the ball of light was. I can't genuinely say it was my mum. I'm just saying it felt like it was my mum. It felt like my mum was stroking my arm, like, you know what I mean? It was all encompassed into one. I couldn't speak. I couldn't take my eyes off it. It was like I was fixated in that moment on that thing. Like, you know what I mean? It was really strange. But delving into it, in a nutshell, what I've learned is this past week or so is that when we pass on, we're given choices of whether we want to stay in the no man's land, or if we want to move on, or if we're actually not meant to be there altogether and meant to come back. You know what I mean?
Right, talk again because it didn't come through. I don't think I might have to change my settings.
I'm joking.
You bitch! Right, let me just. I'm gonna fucking hang you in a minute. I'll hang you by your balls. Hi, David. Right, let me
So
just
yeah,
see if I can change
anyway,
the headphones.
when we passed on, we're
I
given
want
a
to audio. Let's have a look.
it's gone a bit.
Yes, we want to use the headphones. It better let me do it, otherwise I'm going to be annoyed. Right, please.
So when we're kind of like when we pass on and we go off into the ethereal spiritual realm, we're kind of like in three different choices of whether to come back, stay in this lingo land, or go into the light, which would be part of like the creation itself again. Like so much about it, honestly, but it just confirmed. Like there was two stories within several of the stories that I listened to, and they were basically saying about bright white orbs of light, like balls of light, and even they could only explain it the same way as I'd explained it, exactly the same words, like the words. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's really weird, man. I don't know, like it just kind of confirms that what I saw was real, and it was obviously what I thought it was. Like, do you know what I mean? And it must have taken like my mum after she's passed away. It's taken her 2.5 years for her to actually maybe find a way or be given the opportunity to come and show me that experience. That's what I think, anyway. I don't know, but yeah, it just adds to that paranormal thinking that I have, like that it is real, that it isn't. You know what I mean? It's not just energy never dies. There was somebody said in that as well. Somebody said it in one of the videos.
Try again. No, I think there's a lot of things up on this.
Oh, your
If it
laptop.
spazzes about, I'll put my phone on and do it that way. But I'd have to turn off speakers on this. Oh, I knew I should have tested this before I started, but no, I wasn't clear enough.
It's gone laggy now, yeah.
No, why does that come up? Right, that can bugger off. Go away. All right, try this.
Check 2, check 2, mic 2, check 1 2, check 1 2.
Bloody tune up on. Ah! Pisses me off. All right.
It's coming out. Was I going to throw the freaking thing through the window? I knew I should have tested it, but no. So I can hear you now. I don't want to watch that. Go away. Leave me alone. Hang on a minute. All right, go away. Yes, we don't care. Fuck it. Can't be asked with it. I can hear you now. I just can't be on the headphones. Next time I go on, do a live, I'll do the headphones first. I should have tested it first, but no.
Yeah, like I was saying anyway, these stories are basically confirming a lot of stuff that I thought was real and that I thought, or the meaning or the purpose behind how it came. Like my mum, like I said, it obviously taken 2.5 years for her to be in that other realm and find a way to actually get that ball of light and bring it to me and show me what it is that there is after. You know what I mean? Because most of them say it as well. There's just that immense white light. There's a ball of immense white. It's like artificial light. It's like a yellowish light. You know what I mean? Like you can look at it, but it's like it burns through you. Like it looks through you. Like sort of. That's what that was that day that I saw. It genuinely is. Like it's exactly what I saw that day, and it just blows your fucking head, man. Yeah.
Have you ever experienced anything at all before?
Yeah, but I mean, I was a kid then, and I didn't believe. My mum told me. I used to see shadow people when I was a kid. That's not. I still remember it as well. That was very, very scary for me. Like that was genuinely scary.
Well, as a kid, it will be because you'd be like, "What the hell? Whoa, that's not normal." But sometimes kids. Yeah, go on.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, because obviously the parents were like, you're just imagining things or whatever. Like, yeah, that's what
Yeah.
my dad was very, very anti-spiritual. If you get my drift, and my mum was very pro-spiritual. So my dad
Skeptic,
would
that's
sit
the
there
word.
and go, "Nah, you're tripping, son. You're just seeing shit. Get over yourself." And my mum would be there, and she'd be like, "What did the shadow person look like?" You know what I mean? Like, yeah. My mum would be
Yeah, what
like,
they look like,
more
well,
insistent,
they
yeah.
look like a shadow.
But
That's what they look like.
it wasn't just shadows. I've seen it about 3 times. I actually caught it 3 times. Genuinely remember catching it 3 times. And twice was when it left the room. There's no possible way for a shadow of mine to have gone out of the room. You know what I mean? It was like, whoa. And that freaked me out. I was told, "Nah, don't worry." And the third time was when I was outside, and my mum and dad were in the house next door. We had a babysitter, but the babysitter had gone to her house, which was next door but one. So I was in the house on my own, like, yeah, with my younger brother, but he was fast asleep. And something came and woke me up. Something was at the end of my bed and woke me up. And I fucking
Jeez.
shit a brick. I shit a brick. And I went running out of the house in my pajamas to the house next door. And like a little gap, we're both on corners. You know what I mean? We're both like, yes, yeah, so like a little gap. And I went, that shadow person followed me all across the fucking garden. No joke. And there wasn't like street light where it was, my shadow was on the floor there. I could see my shadow there. But something dark went along the fucking fence and up against the garage light and went. And I'm like, oh, and I run in the house. Oh my God. So yeah, I had that sort of shit happen to me as a kid.
Jeez.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I never really thought about that.
Run!
Yeah, it was genuine. I remember it was like goosebumps, fucking shit a brick, like you'd seen a ghost. Like, yeah, genuinely, that's what it felt like. Yeah, yeah, it was really fucking. But I have never had that. I've never really had that since. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Do you know what I mean? Maybe getting older, you just kind of dismiss it more. You just, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you do get it in your head. Oh, you're just tripping, like,
Yeah,
sort of
sometimes
thing.
your
Yeah,
adult mind can change things, can't it? And you'd be
yeah,
like, yeah, it's all right. I was obviously seeing things. Oh, it weren't real.
yeah. You tend to dismiss things a lot more easily as you get older. Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, yeah, as a kid, you're more inquisitive. It's like, what is that? But yeah, as you get older, you see more stuff and you start. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I did take a lot of drugs in my early 20s. So, I thought,
Oh, come on, but you weren't taking drugs when you were a child, so
no,
yeah,
that's the point. Yeah,
drugs
that's the
when you're
point. So,
younger,
yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
it all out. You don't know.
Yeah, that's the point. That's what I mean. So in your late teens, your early 20s, etc., we go through this like our own personal experiences with drugs and alcohol and all the rest of that sort of stuff. That diminishes all that in your head as well. I do believe that disconnects you from a lot of the paranormal as well, like because when I
Yeah,
stopped drinking and once I stopped drinking and stopped taking drugs and all the rest of it, and I was clear-headed then, not 2 years after that, then I starts getting a bit more into like, spiritual. I'm like, hang on a minute. I've been missing out on all this like for nearly fucking 10 years. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, yeah. Once you start touching into it again and you start believing into it again, then things start happening for you again. Hopefully, positively, they happen. Like, not.
well, you don't know, do you?
No,
Oh,
no, we don't. We don't truly know, but we have. I mean, we can make good speculative guesses on stuff that happens in life. You know what I mean? We do, and it's proven. It's scientifically proven that energy never dies. It never dissipates. It just transfers into another form. Energy always
yeah, it does.
transfers into another form. Always. It's science.
Yeah,
That's science. That's physics. That's genuine. It's on your table in front of you. You can't fucking dispute it. So that
no, you
begs the
can't.
question: where does all this energy go then? When this body expires, where does the energy within it go? Because we are just 80% water as well. When you think about that. And even that water is infected with bacteria and fungi and all the rest of it. So 40% of our body is literally just bacteria and fungi. And if
Yeah,
you
but
want to
then
go right
you
down,
have your good and your bad bacteria, don't you, in your body?
exactly that, yeah. And if you wiped out all the good bacteria, you just end up fucking dying the next 2, 3 days. Exactly that. That's what I mean. Like, yeah. So all this is just the earth giving you a vessel for you to carry this energy in, like if that makes sense, like
Yeah,
That's my perspective anyway. Like and it says as well. Like, I mean, if you want to go into scriptures and Bible-ish or whatever, I'm not a really very religious kind of guy. But obviously, there's a lot of stuff written out there that come from thousands of years ago. Some of it must have some fucking truth in it as well. Some wording, some things. Man was formed from the earth itself. He was formed from clay and earth. Beyond the earth itself, like every part of us is atoms upon proteins and all the rest of that sort of stuff. And when you like again, if you want to delve into physics about that, that's all just vibrational frequency anyway. If you could put something into a chamber that had no vibration, could stop vibration, you yourself would die because everything, every atom's bouncing about. So we're never really still. You can stand as still as you perceive yourself to be, but you're still bouncing about at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's weird, isn't it?
It is.
So
definitely.
It basically explains that our energy gets transferred and it moves into a different form, let's say. And what we don't understand fully is what is that form, because you have to be part of it to experience it, to know what it is. And at the minute, we're experiencing a physical life in our. We have to endure our pain and torment, and we have to live these experiences to be able to, let's say, what to call it, like you kind of like starve yourself half the day so you appreciate your dinner. You build an appetite. Maybe that's what we're doing here. Like, maybe we have to live in a physical form to build a proper appetite, not to live in the light realm. But yeah, well, I thought that might intrigue you though, because obviously, like, yeah, I don't believe in the afterlife and what would be like. And like recently, I've had this strong feeling that my mum's here and she's looking after her. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's just popping by to say hello or whatever. Like, honestly, I felt that. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, I love it. Like, I love it. It always brings me back to that video that I've got that explains when I saw that overflight. Honestly, that really happened that day. I just can't explain. Most people, everybody I've spoken to in life about it, everybody. My dad, I tried sitting my dad down and telling him that, my mum's been and seen me. You're tripping, son. Fucking bollocks. Fucking you off your fucking head, you are. Fucking go away. The lost cause he is. He's a fucking lost cause he is, I'm telling you. But maybe he'll get up to that pearly gate and they'll say to him, "Nah, I'm sorry. You didn't actually open your heart and you didn't experience the world for actually what it truly was. Sorry, you're gonna go back."
Stop again. Yeah, you've got to go back. You've got to sort stuff out. Yeah, you've got to go and live again.
Yeah, off you go. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And I think more people like myself, I feel like an old soul. I've always felt it as well. Mum's always said it as well. Now, you know what I've just reminded myself of this. This will intrigue you. My mum told me a story. My mum told me a story from when I was about 6 or 7 years old. And she took me to this lady's house because she was going to be my babysitter. She'd never babysat me. I'd never met this woman. Didn't know the family and nothing like that. Lived in the same town. She took me round to the house, and as we were walking down the street, I said, "Oh, we're going to Grandma." Yeah, we're going to Grandma Sue's house, aren't we? And she was like, "Eh, what are you on about?" Right. And then when we got to the house, I said, "This is Grandma Sue's house," and she was like, "What? What do you mean?" And I said, I know Grandma, so I've been here before, sort of thing. And she was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Like, yeah. And anyway, I went in this house and I knew this house. I knew where everything was in this house. Like, it was like, yeah. I knew the people in the house as well. I was saying hello to the people. And apparently I was talking to the older lady who was in the house, about 60 odd at the time, apparently. And I was talking to her like I was her elder. I called her a nickname. Mum said I called her a nickname, and that made that woman sit there and go ghost white. I called her a nickname, and she was like, "I haven't heard that for years. The last person to say that is now dead. What the hell?" But yeah, apparently I had one of them experiences as well. So maybe something used me as a vessel at that time to go and experience that moment. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't remember that, but my mum told me about that one. I remember genuinely, she did tell me about that one. Yeah, she said like I
It is
knew.
strange when sometimes you forget things as kids, because I remember my youngest one saying that he'd seen a little boy in the other house, and I remember him describing it to me and everything. But if I ask him now, he's like, "Don't remember. What are you talking about? I didn't say that." But yeah, I remember him saying it to me. They'd seen a little boy. What was it? Benjamin. That was it. This was at the other house as well. But
That makes you
ask him
wonder.
now. Sorry?
And he won't have a clue about it. So yeah, and it makes you wonder how many of us have had experiences as kids and we don't remember it, and we never told anybody about it at the time as well, because you were a kid and you didn't think. Do you know what I mean? Like, you didn't think anything else.
Exactly. Or you get parents like, no, it must have been in your imaginary friend.
I had an imaginary friend. I had an imaginary friend who taught me German.
Taught you German?
I was speaking German at 3 years old.
That's
Mum and Dad
different.
were in the army. Mum and Dad were in the army. I'm an army brat.
So am I.
Mum and Dad were in the army. Right?
Yeah. We were over in West Germany in a place called Erlinghausen.
Ah, Wegberg.
I don't remember.
Wegberg.
A long time ago.
I went there.
But I used to take the piss out of my sister because she was born over in Germany. So like, no, you're not English, you're German.
Yeah, my brother was born there as well. Yeah, he's a German as well. Yeah, that's what I said. No, but I got an English passport. No, but you were born in Germany, so you're a German.
Yeah, but you still have a German passport as well because you were born in another country.
He had the opportunity. He didn't get it. He got offered a dual nationality when he was 18, but he didn't take it. No, I'm fucking English. That's what he was like. He's a knobhead. I'm like, man,
I was born in was it an English hospital or whatever it was? It was like, right, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. That's what.
That was it.
That's the thing about this story is I'm 3 or 4 years old. We're on an English army camp base in Wegberg, Germany. Now, there's no Germans on this fucking army base. Obviously, it's all English people. We don't go to any German shops. They never left the fucking base really, like, yeah? But I never really met anybody German when I was there. But I had a imaginary friend called Peter. We used to play hide and seek. We used to do all the mad stuff that kids do with their imaginary friend. But what really flabbergasted my mum and dad was he used to teach me German. So I'm coming out with like German sentences.
I knew fluent German, but I can only speak little bits. I can't remember. But we went to kindergarten over there, and I think I started first year of little school. I can't bloody remember.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I did first year. Yeah.
But then we did mix with some German people anyway a few times. They didn't live obviously in the army flats or anything like that, but yeah.
Maybe that's what I did. Yeah, maybe I just picked up because we're there anyway. Obviously, you're going to pick it up a little bit, aren't you? Like, you know what I mean? But they were just like, "How did you learn that full sentence?" Oh, John taught it to me. Peter, whatever he's talking. My imaginary friend taught it to me. Like,
they're easily molded at a young age, so they pick up
mental.
Yeah, they can pick up different languages right to.
Oh yeah, I pick up language.
Longer.
Genuinely, Jackie. Honestly, you stick me out in France now, and I'm picking up French. I did it fucking last time I was in France. One night in the fucking, and I still remember it now as well. Like, pour favor, s'il vous plaît. Pour favor, s'il vous plaît. J'ai dû aller à la bricolage. Oui. No. Excuse me, I need help to get to the builders merchants. Can you help me, please? I went and knocked on the next door neighbours and said that, and she looked at me and was like, "You learned that last night?" I was like, "Yes." She went, "With a French accent?" Yeah. She couldn't believe it. We were sat having an aperitif, cheese and wine and whatnot. Yeah. And she I burped and I went, "Oh, excuse-moi, s'il vous plaît." She went, "That was French."
Oh, yes, excuse-moi, s'il vous plaît. Yeah.
I lived in Spain. I picked up loads of Spanish as well. Do you know what I mean? I lived in Holland. Genuinely, I just pick up languages when I'd go and move there when I lived there. Even like Ireland, tune in Doris, shut the door, poke my horn.
Oh, yeah, talk my home,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
I
dear,
learned
Doris,
loads
yeah, I
of
know that.
kind of like, yeah. Connie
But then
Tatarsu is fine. How are you doing? To Mega Ma, I'm fine. How are you? I learned loads, and it still sticks as well, you see. I
yeah,
think
but
those kids who were.
of Irish I may know because I'm from an Irish family anyway, so.
Ah, yeah. Mm.
But, yeah. Sorry?
I thought one language I won't give me head around is probably fucking Welsh.
I think the best thing you always learn in languages is usually how to swear. And it was like, yeah, okay, I remember that one.
Everyone does that. Everyone does. That's the first thing you do. First week of being in Spain, right? Teach me all your swear words.
Yeah, what's all your swear words? After that, I'll be sorted.
Hey, puto!
I'll sort then if I know all the swear words. I know, Adrian, you live in that nice big house. You live on a farm and you've got no ghosties. Do you know, I wish these frigging emails would stop popping up. Will you piss off? Ooh, the door. There's somebody at the door.
Andrea.
Oh, yeah. Didn't you have a shed or something? What's wrong with it? Or don't you? Is it too fucking cold in it?
Full of stuff at the minute. I've got to sort it all out again. And yeah, it's getting a bit cold now. But that's not going to affect me up in that shed. I've got it fucking triple layered with insulation on that shed. Honestly,
yeah, you had to get toasty in there and everything. Why is he not in his bloody man cave?
Because I'm in the kitchen and it's easier. Because the kettle's there.
It's brighter in your kitchen.
And my cigarette is there. Because if I go up to the shed, I have to bring all this with me, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bit of an effort, isn't it? Yeah, it's an arse ache.
Yeah, a bit of an effort. And then the kid's upstairs, so if she comes back downstairs now, I've got to like bring it all back down here and put it all back to the kitchen again, just to sit in the bloody kitchen with my kid. Until she goes to sleep, I'm kind of like stuck in the house, really.
Yeah, but at least you keep an eye on your child, aren't you?
Yeah, that's it. Like if I'm up there, she could be up to fucking anything, man. You know what I mean? Oh, this morning, this will make me giggle. This morning, gets up. She said, "I'm hungry, Daddy." I went, "All right, I'm gonna get you some cereal." Comes down. We both come downstairs. Set cereal up for her. I've gone upstairs again. Have a quick shower. You know, quick shower and whatever. Get ready in the morning. As we do. I say morning. It's about fucking 12. It's about half 11, 12 o'clock really. That time of dinner. But anyway, I've gone upstairs. Come back downstairs. She's eating all of the cereal. Oh yeah, she's eating all of the cereal. And then got the sugar pot. She sat there with the fucking sugar pot and a spoon doing this. I'm like, you little shit. Give me that back again. That's not for you.
Oh God, no.
The sugar pot, man.
That's instant teeth rot. Oh my God. Oh, random person. Hello, random person escaping. Stepson. Oh, okay. Hello, stepson. We've got Luke in here. We've got Rasta Ralph. You right, mate? We've got Mark. Who else? We've got Sarah Lindsay. Right, I'm going to look on my phone. It's quicker than looking on that bloody arseache. Pain in the neck. Yeah, the cats are going to get fed in a minute, so they're all making noise.
Oh, you know what? I have that as well. I just have to make one noise, and literally they're all in the kitchen in one go. Guarantee it. I just make that squeak. You know, when you blow a kiss and you make that noise. Yeah, that's what I literally just hold that noise for a while, and all the cats are in the kitchen because they know it's feeding.
Yeah, they're very, very. And the thing is, I swear they've got. Yeah, it's good you're back home, well known. Hi, Safari. Oh, Kitty. Oh, look at the babies. I swear they've got invisible watches, cats. Oh.
Oh, here's Prince. Look, I've made a little squeaky sound in areas.
Kitties.
What do you want? let's do that. A big stretch.
Joys of animals.
She's up.
No. It's like, get off me. Stop showing me up. Just because you're on live. Evil man.
Look at her look, she's like, oh, you dirty bastard.
Hi, Mark. You all right, mate? Oh, Kitty. That cat rips the bloody skin off your fingers, your own fault. You get like all the claws like ah!
Yeah, I know. That fucking leak on the ceiling. Had a leak. The bathroom's right above there. That's the sink above the fucking kitchen. And you see that where the water's there. Last
Oh
week,
shit, yeah.
Last week, someone left the fucking tap running on the fucking sink, didn't they? Yeah, look at it. I came downstairs and there was water dripping off that fucking ledge right here onto the windowsill. The fucking water coming through. I'm like, what? Got upstairs and what they've done is they put some in tissue or cardboard or whatever in the actual sink and it's just stopped. And then they've left and it's just still flowing up the floor. I'm like, oh my god, fucking flooding the house, man. Took me about fucking 4 or 5 hours just to fucking stop it leaking through and drying. I might have to actually take the floorboards up now and actually sort this out.
It's a ball ache, but we had that with when we first moved in and everything, and we were having problems with our the roof. We didn't even know there was a hole in it, even though we had a surveyor out and everything. So I mean, we had it patched, and then I think we had it done completely. But we've got stained walls. I mean, this house as well, it needs all the electrics done as well. So that's why we're not really decorating or anything yet. But it all costs money over the years. But yeah, we'll get there.
As well. Yeah, it costs quite a lot of money as well. I'm lucky because I'm a builder and I can do most of the work in the house myself, like so it's just cost of material. For example, my missus went and paid somebody fucking 600 quid to build a wall upstairs. Exactly like this one here, you see? You see this nice wall? Right, yeah. Guess who built that wall?
You did it. Partition wall and door and everything.
It cost us 120 quid in materials.
That's all right.
Yeah, that was all just stood in the dry lining and everything, all the caulking and sealing it up, everything. I did it all. I even insulated it on the inside as well with the insulation board. You know what I mean? To stop it being so noisy in a room, because that's a spare room there. That's a 12-year-old's room for herself there. Do you know what I mean? But that was one big room at one point.
Yeah, it gets a bit drafty, doesn't it, when you've got it all like an open plan. So it's better if you have it all partitioned off. Then at least you can concentrate with the heat in one room.
We got the fucking wind that blows because we've got a gap between the house next door with semi-detached. So obviously we've got the wind that blows and it doesn't half blow the fucking gale through here. So if you've got front door and back door open,
yeah, bleed it. You probably feel like a bloody wind tunnel or something like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, honestly, yeah, seriously, that's how bad it can get here, because of the way the house is situated on the fucking road, we get the wind straight through, honestly.
It's horrible.
Ripped a tree off in the garden. We had a tree growing up in the garden in the middle of the seds, and it's ripped that tree down. The wind about 4 years ago, it ripped the tree down, completely ripped it out. It's just a fucking tree stump in the ground now. I'm still trying to get it out.
Jesus Christ. Hi, Barry.
Yeah. Just having to wait for you know what? I've waited for it to rot out. I've chopped most of it off, and now I'm just going to concrete over the top of it now. That's it. Not enough. Can't do any more. But yeah. Have you frozen? I think you're frozen, you know. Oh, yep. Yep. And don't tell me it's died on you. Don't tell me you've left me here all on my own to support your stream and you've gone and left me there. All on my own. Safari in the house? If she has gone, I'll just stay here for a minute, and obviously she's having a bit of trouble with the device that she's using. I don't know if she's back on the phone or not. No way, 36 fucking dogs. 8? 8 more than enough as well. Saying that, I've got fucking 7 cats and a dog in this house, so we're on a par really there. Andrea, hello, holiday. Is it DJ Argent? DJ Argent, oh. DJ Argent, hello. Border Collies, oh yeah, on farms, yeah. Unknown, unknown, Sue Lindsay, Barry, Temporal Transmissions, Marvelous Particle, Sue Lindsay, Luke, Neon, Coast Adventures of Colgorn. I did watch a few of your videos, by the way, yeah. Oh, excuse me, what? David's Drawing Adventures. Master Ralph. And that's pretty much where I got to. New comments. Let's see. Some new comments. Well done. Hey, up, mate. Hello, everybody. Yeah, as I'm saying, I think Jackie's just having a bit of technical issues with her device at the second. So, just step back a little bit. A bit too close for comfort there. Where's she gone? She's gone and left me. Welcome to Jackie Green Cats and Things. On this show, we're going to teach you all about spiders and cats, and how spiders don't like cats, and how cats don't technically like spiders, but they'll bash them around and play with them for a bit. Fun fact, did you know, if you drop a tarantula from about a meter high, and it lands on all of its legs will shatter? Or so I'm told. I mean, I've never really tried it. Maybe we could ask Jackie, see if she could try it for us. I can see all the lines in your face. Fuck off, Islander girl. Make it blurry! Make it blurry! Bruce is a cool name. Oh, Bruce. I had to read that. I was wondering what you're going on about. Big Dragons are the best shit. Then I had one called Bruce. Loads of people have bearded dragons. I'll be honest, I don't really see the big thing in bearded dragons. I don't. Put them all in the curry. Put the cat in the curry. Oh, here she comes. She's coming back. She's coming back.
Yeah, she's coming back. Stupid bloody internet being an ass.
Right, she's back. I held the fort for you.
That's good. But I'm going to fucking drop it into my phone, so I'll bloody join through my phone instead, because it's a bollock when that happens. It is.
I held it for you. I was like, sorry, we're just experiencing some technical issues in a minute.
Yeah, Jackie's pissed off because she's been kicked out of her own fucking stream.
I was thinking it like, yeah, it's the way it just froze, and then you cut, and I was like, hang on a minute, this isn't right, this isn't usual. I'll just wait here until she gets
back. No, it isn't. The internet's been an ass again. Put them all in the curry, yeah.
Sure, excuse me, I'm just going to blow my nose.
What here? Oh dear. Right, let's sort this malarkey out. Oh, yes, Banner. Oh, what are you doing? He's doing something. He's hiding from us. Whoa.
Blowing my nose, hang on a minute.
Oh! Hi, Gary. Bloody hell. Long time no see, mate. Good grief. Yeah, so I'm throwing my own link in because then I can go in through my phone. Because my phone is being, well, my internet, because my internet is rubbish. But nothing unusual there. Your channel. Jackie's channel. Right, sort this malarkey out. Right. So if it starts arsing around, then I'll just go in through my phone. And then I can obviously turn it off. Right. Sort myself out. Seeing who else is in. Oh, hello, Storms Radio. Another Barry. Barry number 2. Oh, dear. You're on mute when you finish murdering yourself with the tissue.
Oh, Jesus. I've not felt this bad off of flu for ages.
Yes, it's a change in weather. I'm going to take this off. I'm sweating now.
Yeah, it's because winter's coming. It's just a winter flu, that's all it is. But it's just been going on for about a week, man. I'm just... Ugh.
Yeah, I've had it. Hold on. Let me see if I'm sat on this thing. Otherwise, I'm going to look a right turnip trying to get it off and I'm sat on it.
What have you actually got on there? What have you got on there? A gazebo?
No, piss off. Cheeky son. It's one of them over the top big hoodies you get. It's like a dressing gown, but it's all fluffy.
Yeah, I've seen them.
But it's like a dressing gown.
My missus is probably got. Yeah, my missus is probably going to get one of them as well. She's seen them.
Wearing a dressing gown, because a dressing gown, you've got to sit there and mess around with the ties and everything on it, and half the time it gets everywhere. Ooh, we have another person. When she comes on.
Hi.
Susan?
Yeah.
How are you?
Not bad.
Ooh, and how are you?
Not too bad. Whoops.
Do you know Susan by any chance, Sab?
Yeah, we've spoken before. She might not remember me, but I've been on the channels when they've been doing lives and stuff. You may previously know me as Sab the Seeker.
Yep, Sab the Seeker.
Yeah, I've changed my name. If you look in chat now, it's the pedantic Joker Sab. I've changed my name to that.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely next time I will be using headphones because I'm not going through all that malarkey again because it'd be a lot louder then.
I think I've been on one of your lives a few months ago, didn't I? I can't remember.
It was mine or Susan's?
I can't remember. I think it was Sue's. Because it was channel. It was over on their channel. I do go over now and then and watch as well, though, do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Everybody seems to go live around about the same time, and I'm sat there like, shit.
I'm on Tuesdays, so Tuesdays my days I go live, so.
Yep. And unfortunately, I know of 2 other people that go live on a Tuesday as well, so it's bloody awkward. So it's like, so I've been going on Scott's for a while. He's an invert guy, but I've not been on. Oh bloody hell! What's it called now? Will's. I've not been on Will's channel for a while. I've been on once, but I will have to make an appearance to let him know that I'm still alive. So, like you do. Ooh. Getting a drink of water.
Yeah, sometimes I become a bit absent as well, and people don't see me around for about a month.
Yeah, but these things happen. You have to do other things because there is other life outside of YouTube.
Yeah, there is indeed.
Real life.
Garden wouldn't have got concreted and done if I was in here doing lives. Shit, the bloody workshop wouldn't have got sorted out if I was in here doing lives. You know what I mean? The house doesn't get cleaned if I'm on lives.
Yeah.
The problem with you, Matt, not being funny, Mark, but I know at least 2 or 3 other people go live on a Saturday as well, so it gets to pain.
Gets a bit hectic, yeah.
And sometimes I go to the ones I've been moderating and knowing longer. I go to them first, if you know what I mean, because it's more. I'm trying to think of the word now. There is a word, but I forgot it. But yeah,
I think it's more polite going to the older ones before you go to the ones that come after. Anyway, I have places that I go and watch from Monday to Sunday. So busy.
yeah, I missed a thingy that I was meant to be doing on Monday because I was in moderating on Dan's, and he was up to, I think it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. He was drunk. It was funny because you don't get to see Dan drunk.
No.
So that was quite funny.
Yeah.
Ooh, so yeah. Oh, hello, Daniel. Nice to see you. Still breathing, are you? Kitties. So all mine are all eating now. It was their food time. But if I start eating, because I'm going to probably have some cereal, because last time I had something was at lunchtime. That was it. Oh, I can get on me because I'm sat on my bed. I've still not sorted out doing my computer yet because I'm still moving stuff around. And my legs are stiff. Oh, it's old age.
I know that feeling.
You are.
Not that I want to know that feeling, but I know that feeling.
Yes, please. Yeah, I've got my cup there. Thanks. Let's smash that likey button. See, I can't see who's blue or not. It doesn't show you up on the laptop. It only shows you on the phone. So it could be anybody. Let's have a little look. As long as I've not got the sound on. Yeah. See, now I know that Mark's blue and Donna's blue. Sue's blue. So it's all good. How are you anyway, Susan, besides, because I've not really talked to you much. For God's sake.
Well, I'm losing 2 people in my family, and I'm being left with only 2 people left in my family that I grew up with.
Bloody hell, it's not good at all. But again, yeah, getting older is crap at times, especially when your family, you see family member, friends, you see all passing and you're like, wow. It's horrible.
My poor grandmother, she's 102 years old now. And
yeah, it's a secret.
She never smoked, and she always used moisturizer on her skin. No makeup, no smoking.
I do put makeup on every now and again when I can be bothered.
Yeah.
When I can be bothered. I do wear makeup. I don't wear it as much as I used to. I used to wear it all the time. Mainly when I was a teenager. It was like, no, I can't leave the house. Somebody might see me. No.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I can't go out like this. You get worried, just like, people will see me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I seen a kitty cat.
Yeah, and you know what? They've been doing it to me all day. Look at this. I've got fucking shorts on. They keep running up my bloody legs to get up my back.
That's funny.
Fucking scratch marks all over my fucking trees, I'm telling you. Back of my legs and that, like. I'm like, you dirty little one. Fucking kitten this size, a kitten that size can bring a fully grown adult male to his knees in seconds.
Oh, they can. Watch you drop like a sack of shit. It's like, ah!
I did, yeah.
Oh, sugar. What's going on now?
Yeah,
no, I didn't ask for that to come up.
The cat still went up the back of me and jumped on the shelf as I'm going down to the floor, and then it's looking at me on the floor like, should I play with it? Should I just go over and just go?
Oh yeah. Typical. Yeah. I still get, I mean, he's got, hold on, what date? Yeah, next month, because there's 4 of them, I call them 4 siblings, and they turn 9 next month. It's a little sod because when I go past, and then I'll get hit by this paw, and I'll be like, right, okay, I'll give you a stroke, and then I'll try and move away. Paw comes out again. It's like, for God's sake, just let me past. The next minute, he dives up on me, and then he's across my shoulders. And then you see if I'm going like to the bathroom, to the toilet, it's like, hang on a minute, I don't like this trip, and jumps off. He thinks he's missing something. Okay.
I have mine. When you're going to the bathroom, they try to trip you with their paw. They're good at that.
Oh no, they think they're missing something, don't they? You're going to the bathroom and you're sat there and they're looking at you and you're like, what? I'm on the toilet. I don't sit and watch you when you're in the litter box.
Yeah.
The cat's giving you death stares.
But you never know, you might fall in.
No,
you never know.
No chance of that.
Fall in.
That toilet.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't. I always make sure you have concealed. I get dark circles and everything like that. Come on, hang on. Yeah, November I turn 50. So yeah.
You'll be in me there, Jackie.
Sorry?
I'm 50. I'm 54, so you'll be in with me.
Yeah. Bloody goes quickly, I tell you.
I know. Last time I checked, I was like 35 years old. Next time I checked, I'm like in my 50s. Like, where'd the years go?
Exactly, it's scary.
Yeah.
But I've got grandchildren as well, so that's even scarier. So
yeah.
Because my eldest grandchild she's 14.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And my youngest one, she's 5 in December. So because I've got 6 grandchildren. So yeah. They don't let you forget kids, do they?
No.
What's with that screen?
Hmm?
Is that just doing it on my end here?
What's that?
What?
Green lines on your screen.
Must be yours.
That's really weird. It was doing it yesterday as well, but it keeps swapping. I'll show you what I mean. The camera. I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to take a picture of it. Turn that around.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, this camera's crap. Oh, the camera's crap. It's not going to show it. Go back. Hang on. Turn that camera that way because it's a good camera. That's dots. Are you taking a piss? Someone taking a piss here?
It's a lens flare. Yeah, he's right. What Barry's saying, it's lens flare from the lights in the room. Try maybe turning off your kitchen light or something. Maybe that'll work. But then if you've got
no, Mark, it's on yours.
Or it could.
It's on your screen, not on mine. I know what you're talking about. That line there that goes across. I know what you're talking about. That little line here that goes. That is lens. Yeah, I can see that. Look. Yeah, I can see it. Look, this one here.
I know. Yeah, you got your lens flare. Yeah, I can see that on yours.
You've got lots of lines going across like a perforation. Green lines going across your screen. Honestly, I'm not joking.
I can't see them, but yeah, it's a bit awkward.
Right,
I can't see them on your phone either.
Nope.
Watch. You see the green lines?
Sort of. It's a little bit awkward.
You see them green lines going downwards? Well, they're actually separate lines that are going across. See them green lines going down?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Oh,
yeah.
shit, yeah. Now I see it, yeah.
Right, well, there are rows of green lines going across the screen. But in that pattern.
Oh. Yeah, it's definitely you, just Sam. What's up?
Really fucking weird.
Yeah, let me have this.
It could your monitor too could be going. Your monitor could be going too.
I'm just reading what Well-Known's just put. Jackie, my friend, has a cat and they love each other so much. He tells me sometimes in the morning that the cat wails him up by putting his paw on his eyelid and gently lifts it to wake him up. Yeah, well, I get things like that, or I've been smacked in the face like I was sleeping then. Cats, they do that. They have their way. Or you wake up and you think, hang on a minute, something heavy in my chest, and then it's cats. Or they come over the top of your head and you're like, hang on. They have the ways. Or you'll hear somebody at the side of the bed, meow, and you're like, just ignore them. Pretend you're not in. Pretend that you've not noticed. But they're not stupid. They bloody know.
Yeah. Mine gets right in your face until you wake up. It's like, get out of here. Let me sleep.
Yep. And we've got one, well, she's obviously in the other room. She licks your face, and I've got one that he bloody grooms your hair. So there's no way, you can't escape.
Yeah.
There's no escaping from them.
I have one cat that sleeps with me.
Oh, no. I could hardly get into the frigging bed because they all just pile on one side. I'm like, there's room. But no, they're like, no, we're going to pile on you.
Yeah. That's where the heat is.
Oh, yeah, they keep you toasted. And then in the summer, you're like, oh, I'm dying. Ah!
Yeah, exactly. It's about as good as having a fur coat on.
God, yeah, definitely. Whew, God. I need to save up to get some more paranormal equipment because, yeah. Oh, God, come on. Flip house moved again. I'm hovering over things that you shouldn't be hovering over. Because I've moved things around. Stay. Now it's better. Yeah, Shiro, he's a tall white cat. He opens all the doors. So far, he's not managed to open the new door. And if it comes to that, he will be, we'll end up putting a latch on it to stop him from opening it because he's a sod. He is a right little sod. Opening doors. I remember in my old house, I actually turned the handles upside down. He worked it out.
I have a cat that knows exactly where to open the door. So when he wants outside, he taps the doorknob. He says, come on, put your hand right here. Do your human thing.
It's lucky he hasn't got opposable thumbs then, isn't it? God.
Oh, he probably wishes he does.
I bet.
Yeah, he probably does.
Oh, I do notice my cats keep looking up towards that way, so I'm wondering whether they're seeing anything that's related in this house. Is that your phone?
Yeah. Mark's got it.
Right there.
All right. Okay.
Getting takeout for supper, so.
Ooh. I know I've cut down on things like cakes and stuff. I found it actually if I have too much sugar, my skin gets dead itchy. So at least I found out what's causing it.
I ended up being diabetic, so I have to be very careful how much. Like I could have a cake or a piece of cake or a cookie or two, maybe. But I can't go over that.
Don't. It's not good for you anyway.
My blood pressure was at 0.35. The doctor says I'm surprised you walked in here because I should have been in a coma.
Shit, that's not good.
Yeah. That's the highest he's ever seen. then when I told the doctor that I don't like that I was a diabetic, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I knew that." I'm like, "And you wonder why I hate you?" Because he did nothing. He did nothing for it. He didn't tell me I was diabetic. He didn't get me, prepare me for being a diabetic. But I had to go to a nurse practitioner in order to find out that I'm a diabetic and that I needed to be treated as a diabetic.
Good,
So
your
he is
doctor sounds
basically,
shit.
yeah. And then he wonders why I can't stand him.
Yeah. Sounds like time to change the doctor if he's a right muppet like that.
And you know what the stupid thing is? He's head of this area. And I'm like, he should not even have that job because he can't even do the job that he's supposed to be doing.
It's not good at all.
No.
Whew. I'm just watching my laptop's not being stupid. I hate it when it does that.
You ready?
Go on.
Boy, stop making so much noise in there. It's getting late. The 12-year-old and her friends, I don't know what they're doing in there. It sounds like they're doing fucking handstands and cartwheels in that bloody room in there, I'm telling you.
No, over this time.
Yes.
Freaking hell.
Do you not tell me off?
Right. Or else what? You're making too much noise.
Because you're the one that's going, yay, I won the game!
I'm not playing the game. I'm on live on YouTube. Thank you very much.
God, I'm so glad my kids have moved out. I
What are
ended
you
up killing
doing
somebody.
Well, but
Sounds like you're doing bloody cartwheels and stuff. What are you doing? Why are you doing handstands up against the wall and stuff? Like?
That's the worst thing when there's girls, all right? Bloody pain in the neck.
She's just looking like. Oh.
I remember mine's, I know exactly. Or I'd be sat in the next room and I'd hear her singing. It's like, no!
But you know what? We were no better either. We were no better, so we know.
Oh, I know, but still, then you start thinking, no wonder my mother wanted me to move already.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where my gloves
Oh,
are.
that was another thing I wanted to tell Jackie.
Go on.
Remember when I had the kidney stones
Yes.
and I was supposed to go for my operation?
Yes.
Something I did got rid of them. So
Go
I
on.
don't have to go for my operation. I don't have to go no more.
That's
you
good.
press
gone.
Go on, what do you do?
I drank more of this and ate less
Water.
cheese. I cut cheese right out and I drank a whole lot more water.
Yeah, well, water's better for you anyway.
Yeah.
So, mind you, I still can't do without coffee though. But I don't drink as much coffee as I'd like to. So I'm just putting these on because my hands start hurting. Keep getting pains in it. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, well, that's what it usually is, isn't it? It's kidney stones. It's just a build-up of base metals and stuff like that go through your body, and they get accumulated in your kidney, and then they form a little stone, and etc. etc. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and the doctor was shocked because he says, I've never known anything to get rid of them that fast. And I'm like, well, if people would drink water and cut out the cheese, they should be fine to pass them on through. But he says they didn't just pass on through. And I'm finding this out from a different doctor because he was going to do the operation on me. And he says that they didn't just pass through. He says that over half of them passed through, but the ones that were left behind were supposed to be the big ones, but they were shrinking.
That's good.
So he says, I have no idea what you did there, but yeah, if you get them again, do the same thing. They'll just pass on through.
Oh, I can move this. I don't eat much cheese. I'm not a big cheese lover. I eat it very occasionally. I'm not big on cheese. Not as much. So, but I do go through a lot of water. Will not touch that stuff in the tap. It's absolutely disgusting. So I drink a lot of water. So yep.
Yeah, there's a lot. Well, that's also a thing with tap water as well. They don't actually take all the heavy metals out of it or anything. They just add chlorine, etc., etc. They're adding extras to it, like in your tap water.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's heavy
Oh, it's nasty.
calcium, there's heavy irons, there's, do you know what I mean? And calcium kidney stones are actually the most common ones as well. Calcium kidney stones. It's a build up
Oh,
of calcium.
calcium,
Calcium ones,
Yeah.
which obviously comes from milk, excessive milk and cheese eating and all that sort of dairy products and all that sort of stuff. Like, it is like.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I didn't come across that until I talked to the pastor at the Catholic Church here. And he says, oh, my mom had them too. And he says, what I want you to do, starting today, cut out your cheese and drink more water, a lot more water. So I started doing that. And then when I went to get a checkup, over half of them were gone. I'm like, oh, cool.
Right, simple thing is, Melissa, if you're going to sleep, stick your head down the toilet, flush your chin. You'd be wide awake.
Or you could just have a cold shower. I mean,
That works
yeah,
too.
there's always that. Well, yeah, but the smell from the toilet will definitely wake you up, though, won't it?
make you sick for a week as well.
Yeah, be like, oh dear. Oh God, if I went to sleep now, I'd be up stupidly early. It's horrible the way I sleep. Trying to get there. It's took me long enough because I used to go to sleep at 5 or 6 in the morning, but I've managed to get out of that. It took me a long time to get myself to the times that I go to sleep now.
Yeah, I had to get used to not working. I used to work night shifts, so I would be up all night. So, and I had to get my body used to normal time since the doctor said I cannot work. And
See
then,
you, Durgeon. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
so then I had to. So I'm home. I'm basically home all the time. I say I retired, but I was basically wasn't given any alternatives from the doctor, so I had to quit working.
Yeah, well, they expect me to work, even though I've got fibromyalgia and pains all over, and it's been playing up even more recently. And my injury that I had in my left hand has been playing up to hell. So I'm not happy in the slightest.
Yeah.
So they said, "Oh, we're going to send you back to the hospital and do the what's the word, physiotherapy," but it won't work. It just won't work. It didn't even work the first time round. So I don't know how it's going to change now.
Yeah.
Because these gloves, I mean, I've got them on now, but they help. But when it gets cold, my hands go cold and my feet go cold. I have to wear socks all the time. It's horrible.
Yeah.
These gloves in the cold. Like when I'm in bed. And I've got a few pairs. I've got these darker grey ones and I've got some light grey. And then I get annoyed because sometimes I've taken them off because my hands are sweaty. And then I'll lose and I'm like, no! And then obviously you've got to wash them as well, don't you? Because they get a bit smelly.
Well, see, I was diagnosed with arthritis when I was 18.
So you've had it for a young age then, haven't you?
And the doctor says I probably had it before even then. So
yeah, but they probably passed it off saying it's growing pains.
Yeah, that's what they passed them off. Yeah, that's exactly what they passed them off. Is growing pains, but it wasn't. It was arthritis that needed to be treated then, but they didn't treat it then. And
Hold on a minute. I'm just reading this.
it's got,
Amitriptyline. No, I said I stopped. I've meant to be on my amitriptyline. In fact, they're in the straw down here. But I've cut back on them because I was dropping to sleep all the time. Didn't matter if I took them at an early time, like say 8 in the evening. I'd be awake for ages, and then I would probably go to sleep eventually. And then during the day, I've just fall asleep, and I can't do that. It's not safe in the slide.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, you're saying
And
about
so
arthritis. And, yeah,
it's gotten to a point where the doctor says, well, okay, you can't work because my arthritis, I couldn't get, some days I couldn't get out of bed because it hurt so much. And
Yep.
so when I did finally get out of bed, it's hard to have a job if you can't get out of bed. So he says that you're better off not working. And he says I should get out and walk, but if I don't, he says that I should at least exercise in the house somewhat. And yeah,
It's hard work
But it's
to exercise because when you've got things like this, I don't know how it is for arthritis, but mine is with the fibromyalgia. It doesn't matter how much exercise you do, it doesn't feel any easier on your body. And you'll wake up the next
Exactly.
day and you're like an extra from the Michael Jackson film. You're like,
yeah,
you're
exactly.
getting out of bed and you're like 2 miles an hour.
Excuses,
feet on the
excuses.
floor.
Start with 5 minutes exercise each day. Work yourself up to 10 minutes exercise each day. Come on, get yourself out there. You should be doing at least half an hour's exercise each day, man. What's wrong with you all?
Yeah, but unfortunately, you don't feel any better for it because usually, if you do loads of exercise, your body gets used to it, and then you have to up it and up it. But when you've got something like that, it stays the same. The pain's there, and you walk around like a right flipping spanner.
I'll be honest, it would be a bit daunting for me to go back on the building site now after being at home for 2 years and looking after the house and not doing all that physical manual labour, not running my feet and my hands into the ground each day. Like, honestly, I've got nice soft hands now.
It's from the dish soap, the dish washing up liquid, like, ooh, hands, I've got made dishes and all the rest of the malarkey. I'm not going into adverts. But yeah. Oh, it's either all that moisturizer as well. Oh, dear.
So anyways, I went to the mall one time and I couldn't even walk the length to get to the T so that I could go to a store or sit down. I mean, I literally almost dropped on the floor. I couldn't believe I couldn't make it. So Mark convinced me to get a walker, and that works a lot better. But it's not going to be long because my arthritis says I will eventually be in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it's shite. It's horrible in the bloody wheelchair. I mean, I was losing weight as well. I mean, my weight's been going up, but my pain's been playing up. And I was losing it. I'm like, yes, I'm losing it. And then afterwards, putting it on. No! Clothes is too expensive when you add weight.
Right.
It's cheaper when you're thinner. It's cheaper when you're thinner. No! It's true, though. I'm just reading about
mine.
Go on.
I get my clothes that I get is online, and it's I get it from Holly's Clothing. They have some pretty good stuff in there, worth getting because you can go out in public with stuff. And people, I always get compliments on my clothing. I'm like, oh, this old thing. I may have had it for about a year or so. It's like, this old thing. Yeah, this is old. But, and then I tell them, I say, this is where I get it from. And I had one lady stop me just as I was going into the grocery store saying, oh, you got that from Holly's Clothing? And I said, yes, I did. Oh, how is it? And I said, you will love it. It's more comfortable than you think. It's almost like having nothing on.
So I am just looking at what Storm's radio is. He's called Barry. And yeah, you're right. Amitriptyline made me feel like a zombie too. It's awful. That's why I've stopped taking them. The doctor doesn't. Well, I need to go to the doctors. What's he doing? I don't know these hand gestures. It's like, is that a new dance now?
No.
Oh dear. Yeah, amitriptyline's awful. So I need to go and do an update on me tablets and go and moan at the doctor. Go on, Sab. Sorry.
To be honest, the last time I had amitriptylines, I had 16 of them, and I also had 16 Seroquel as well, which are antipsychotic mental fucking tranquilizer patient fucking stuff like that. And full whack, full mils on them, like 400 mil pink amitriptylines, the pink ones, yeah, I remember the full whack ones. And the Seroquel, the blue ones, they're full whack as well. And I had 16 of each, and I lost 5 days of my life.
Jesus, no. That's why I went to see the doctor and I turned around and I said, you have stopped taking amitriptyline. Why? It's like, because I have.
Mm-hmm.
Not by
I don't take any
because I've done it. Sorry?
I don't take any of them. None of them.
Oh, I take the other tablets. I have to, especially my gabapentin, because I was slowly cutting back on it. But my headaches, because I wasn't just getting headaches, I was getting a migraine where it's just like an absolute pain, like somebody just smacked me across the head. And I mean, that's the reason why I ended up taking them in the first place, because the pain was really, really bad on my head. And I've been cutting back. And I've been all right. And then it just started. So I've started going slowly up again. So I'm going to let it settle and probably go down again. But, you know, it's just one of them. Your body just accepts it as a new thing. And then I'll go back down again. So see how it goes. So just had to throw out all my size 10. Yep, 10s and 12s. Bloody hell. See, I miss all them sizes. I'm a size, my waist is 16s and my top is at 18s at the moment. But then it changes.
I feel really lucky on that, be honest.
Yeah, but you're skinny anyway, so you're all right.
That's what I mean. I can't put weight on, yeah.
Yeah, you probably got a high metabolism, though.
Very high metabolism. Goes in one end, comes out the other. One of them.
I'm saying deck all. But it means you've been on loads of, what do you call it? Yeah, that makes you shit for an eye of a needle.
No, I have normal poos.
Yeah, that's right.
They are of solid consistency, don't you worry. I can't put any weight on.
I don't know. My weight just fluctuates. 1 minute I'll go up, my weight will go up, and then it'll just go down again. So
I'm very active as well. I'm very active all the time as well. I'm always on my phone. I mean, look at me in the kitchen here. I'm not sat down. I'm not sat down on YouTube. I'm always stood up in the kitchen. Like, look at me.
Oh,
this is my area in the kitchen. This is where I stand, like this, up in the corner. It's just like, yeah, just me stood here in the corner of the kitchen.
He's in the naughty corner. That's what it is. He's in the naughty corner of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Been grounded to the kitchen. That's it. You will stay in the kitchen. You're not allowed to leave.
We've got a fucking 4-bedroom house, and this is literally the only space that I've got for my stuff. You see that little shelf there? That's all I'm allowed to have. Look, out of the entire house.
No, the end of the world.
I love it. I made a little shelf and everything, like a couple of little shelves, and put it all up there.
I'm just reading chat again. What are they doing? Oh, yeah, I get spasms. It piddles me off. My hands are the worst ones, though. Because the odd times I'll be sat there and like, do that and nearly knock the cats out. It's like, shit, damn, the cat. But I think the cats are used to it now. They probably know that I'm not deliberately smacking them one. But it annoys me, though.
he said to me yesterday, he's like, I love how everybody else, if a cat jumped on the back, I'd be like, oh, Catty, get off my back. Whereas I'm just like, fucking get off!
No.
I don't hurt him, I just put him on the floor here, but it just looks like I'm picking him up and ringing across the room.
Oh dear. Oh yeah, you were saying about the paranormal and stuff. Have you noticed if your cats have been looking around or seeing anything? Yeah.
Mine are all around the house. Oh, I did a session for a test on the S-Box
What's up?
in my house,
On the
and
what?
I have a guy in here named the S-Box.
Oh yeah, I want that. I need to get it. So people donate because I
This
need
one-
one, please.
This one was given to me from a guy in Australia,
Ooh.
and I tried in the house here, and there's a guy named Stu. He calls himself Stu.
Cool. Stu for short for Stuart.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, I actually want to get one of them. I mean, I've got apps and stuff like that, and I have the very, very first spirit box. But I haven't got a very loud speaker for it, so it's really, really quiet. So, yeah. I do want something a little bit louder. I mean, secondhand, if somebody donates us one, I don't care. I don't complain.
Can make one. What do you want?
I want one of the S-Box spirit boxes. I need one. So, obviously, I do know I've got spirits in this house. I mean, like I said, I went to the archives in the town centre and knew about some of the people that lived here. But, yeah, I want to find out who this, was it Ethel? I think it was the name, to find out if they were ever related to this area. But that's it. We don't even know what was in this area before this house was built. So I think it was 1810, or was it 1910? I've got the dates written down somewhere. In fact, I'll have a look. It's in this book. So I actually wrote it down when I went to the actual historic place and asked them the details. And they told me when it was built and everything, and I knew about the family, a couple of the families that moved in. And I see if I've written it down somewhere. No, I'm sure it was 1910 actually, not 1810. Yeah, it was 1910 when this house, round about when this house was built. So whatever was on this land beforehand, I do not know. Because it depends on how far the sun.
That's the same with me. Mine is built in 1915.
Yep. Because I know when they did the extension on the back of their house, they would put in a new roof on it, and it still had the horsehair in it. And that was only this year. So it lasted that long. Proved how good the old material was to last that long, for it only to start letting in water. So it proved how good the material was.
Yeah.
Oh, fudge. Do you know what? I'm going to end up getting that Cash app at some point. I know Melissa's promoting me PayPal, but I've got Cash app, but I've not put it on anything, and I'm going to, because I know PayPal can be a bit icky. Let's have a look. You would have to get hold of the old map. Yeah, exactly. I was given details, but the leaflets and everything's been put away because I don't want to lose it. Yeah, they use horsehair in plaster, yeah. Because I know they used to do things like put like dead cats in the like they do in the ancient Ramin. They found a mummified cat. So it was all meant to be old to ward off evil, and they put things like shoes and other things in as well. No, I don't have any horses. Yeah, Jackie's cats and spiders. Yep. I've not shown my spiders really on this channel. Not yet, anyway. I think I'd probably scare everybody off, even though quite a lot of my friends are all into inverts and whatnot.
Can make you one. Can make you a spirit box. I'm looking right now on it on Pinterest. They're not actually that hard to make as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's got
Sounds
bang
interesting.
on specifications, exact specifications.
Are you looking at the Roberts box or something?
Oh no, I'm looking on Pinterest, but it's saying that the radios that they use really use the two best receivers, which are the 12-820 armband radio and the 12-587 or the Scangian ET200VX radio. They're the best ones to use if you're going to be doing this project on this. There's a little picture of it there.
All right.
So basically what you end up doing is take this apart and get to the wires in the back. This one, you bend one of the pins that are mounting the board, which is basically the mute button. You know, when you scan through stations, when it finds a station, it stops. That's called the mute wire, the mute, yeah? So it catches it on when it stops at a station. It mute it, it'll stop it there. Well, if you
But that will
disable
carry on
that,
going across. It's going to sweep across.
yeah, so basically if you remove that, it'll carry on sweeping AM off or FM channels, as I'm reading here. And then obviously what you do is you get yourself a little digital recorder and put that in there put a little amplifier speaker into the jack. So it's just three things that you need for this, really. A digital recorder, an old radio, and a little amplifier speaker thing. Do you know what I mean? So like a Bluetooth one that has the aux going in and out, so you can plug it into that and just do that. You can pick them up for like a tenner nowadays, half decent ones. So you just plug that into it so you can amplify the sound. So yeah, I'm not joking. I can sit and tinker and make a couple of these. That sounds like a pretty good idea. That
it does.
And even what I'd do is as well, I'd get one of them, you know, the EVP and I say EVP, them sensors with the lights on it as well. If I build it all into a little box, you can have one of them sensors with the
K2 meter
lights on. Yeah, yeah. So you can build that into like a little side section of it as well, so it starts flashing when you've got activity near it as well. Like maybe I don't know. I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to have a little tinker at making a couple of them and see how we get along. Like, yeah, I'll do a video on it. I'll do a couple of videos on it as well. Like, yeah, we'll see.
Sounds interesting.
I'll send you a prototype or a finished model. One of the two.
Cute. That sounds awesome, mate.
You can make them as you want. When you do that, though, it basically means that you can make them as you want to. Then I can put it in a nice little box, make it look kind of, you know, you can make it steampunky, or you can make it, you know, so it looks like a part, like, yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you mean aesthetically pleasing, in other words.
Yes, indeed, yes. I can do that, no problem.
That's the posh word. Oops. Oh, this friggin' arm. It's annoying me. I'm not really crying, it's just like...
And yeah, I'm genuinely one of them people that looks at something, gets told an instruction, and I'll go off and make it.
And then you remember it, yeah. Sometimes I prefer people to show me things rather than do it for me, because I'll be like, no. You show me how you're doing it, and I'll watch, and then I can learn from that sometimes. But
and then I can make one myself,
That's the only way you learn, really.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, my mum hated it when DVDs and all the rest of the new technology was being brought out. And being a kid, I literally first DVD in the house, DVD player in the house. No joke, within a week it was in my bedroom in bits in the fucking on my bedroom floor, screws, everything all over the place. And she's like losing the plot. You know, that's expensive.
Hi, John Bengal. You're right, dude. Hi. That's flirty, Jackie.
Help, Mr. Bengal, Mama.
Hello. Let's throw some shit in there. Hang on a minute. Don't worry, I'm not going to be on all night because obviously I've got things to do. Usually called sleep, if I can go to sleep. But yeah. So I'm not going to be on all night. What? Yeah, I'll give it a little bit longer and then I'll scram. But yeah, that would sound good if you can actually do that for us anyway, because it does sound quite
Well,
good.
I'll do a couple of little videos and I'll show what I'm doing in between making them as well, like just so
Yeah, making the video as well, because even though you're doing it, you're recording it, and you can look back and you'll be like, "The hell was I doing that for?" Or you can see how if you're doing it right or not.
Yeah. Right, screenshot.
Oh fudge. Right, I'm just going to be quiet for a minute because I'm going to be crunching stuff.
Oh, come on, my baby.
1 second.
Oh. Say hello to Daddy's friends.
Hi.
That's Jackie. That's Sue.
Am I here? Because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I don't know why she's got lines on there. I'm trying to find that out myself, but she's got all them green lines going across the screen, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Yep, so it's not me tripping, see? My daughter can see it as well. Say hi, Sue. What, sweets? Go eat your crisps, whatever you're eating. Go on. You go back upstairs with Mummy, are you? Huh? Leave that there, please. Thank you very much. Kids. Who'd have kids? I'm telling you. We'll have kids.
I haven't had any. I'm not planning on it. I'm glad I don't. I've seen my friends and their kids. Nope, I'm not going to have any.
Hey, Johnny boy!
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, just can't be bothered. Oh, why aren't
What
you
are you
showing
talking
up on
about,
that?
Jack?
I'm eating cereal.
You're eating what? Cereal. Nice. Hello,
Cornflakes.
everyone in the chat. What are you doing? Nice. Thought I'd pop in and say hi.
So how are you anyway?
All right, I've just finished work. Yes, I know it's late.
Ah.
Ugh.
Oh, you've had all your hair shaved again, haven't you? It's been a bit of fluff.
Yeah, about
Top
a
again.
week about a week ago.
Yeah.
Oh, Highlander girl, what are you eating there, love?
Steak and baked potato.
Oh, nice.
Takeout.
Ooh, right, I'm good. Just going across the pond.
Me too. I'm coming over.
Okay, I'll share.
Put mine in
So
the doggy
what
bag.
is your
send it as a
take on the
post, please.
paranormal?
You want to know my take on the paranormal? Which part would you like me to say?
Yes, go on.
Your
I'm not
part. Your experience part.
My I've always said I'm a skeptic, but I can't deny it. So I've had experiences where you can't explain it, especially like in buildings. Yeah, definitely something going on. I've been in places where I've locked up stuff and all that, heard noises, heard things, doors slam, no one else in the building, no one there. To the extent I was with a friend of mine and there's no one else in this building and we were locking it up basically and doing other bits and we've been upstairs we've been upstairs, come back down, and we're at the bottom of the stairs, okay, and there was talking, and it was coming from upstairs. There was a main road next to it, but there was no one on that road. We know that because we could see this. So, and as soon as I looked up to my mate, we were at a staircase. I looked up, and my mate, yeah, can you hear that as well? I went, yeah. And as soon as I said that, there was a slam, and everything went quiet. And there was no one in that building at all.
Yeah, what you doing? Listening into other people's conversations.
But that
It
building,
is.
that wasn't the
Well,
only.
it's true,
That's not
though.
the only experience I've had in it. So it's, I've had. They were doing renovation work once, and I was outside having a fag, and the only other person who was in this building was a contractor, and he was sitting down doing whatever he had to do, a piece of paper, and then he come outside, went, have you just been showing somebody around upstairs? I went, no, why? He goes, because there was talking. I could hear walking around upstairs. I went up there was no one there. Everything was locked.
No. Now, isn't it? Don't you find it very coincidental that a lot of paranormal stuff happens when renovations are happening on a building? Child, stop screaming at me, please.
Yeah,
Says a massive activity, doesn't it?
It's a bit strange that, but I suppose if you want to believe in that, and obviously is it stone tape theory or stonewall theory?
I know the residual energy is trapped within the actual building and the surrounding stones or the crystalline structures that some buildings that have like granite or quartz, and certain memories and certain energies are trapped within that as well. That's what I'm saying. So whenever the renovation work starts, you're disturbing that, and maybe that releases that energy a little bit, or it disturbs it, or whatever. Like, I don't know. There's something in it anyway. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I actually think there is something in that as well. I do think that certain things are embedded into like material in the set. Something paranormal embedded into it. Whether it be past experiences of people being in that building, and also like there is stories where people go to places like the concentration war camps and stuff, and it's just that
there's a lot of negative energy held in them places.
That's right. We all know it. We all know what's happened. So you have to be logical and say, well, is that me thinking of all these terrible things that have happened? Or is it that it does hold some residual energy from what's happened? Now, I'm not saying either way because I don't know. And there is such mass hysteria where you've got a lot of people who are in a place at the same time, and things sort of happen which could be classed as paranormal, but it's not. It's mass hysteria because everybody else is thinking the same thing. They've all got the hyper, the hyper sense there. So so I am skeptic, but I don't dismiss it in that sense.
Maybe when we say about the residual energy being trapped in water, maybe we got that wrong. Maybe it isn't the actual structure. Maybe it's the water that's held in these structures. You know what I mean? You put water in concrete to make concrete up. Do you get me, mate? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's obviously going to be there's going to be moisture. There's going to be trapped moisture within said buildings, within wood. Do you know what I mean? That's got moisture inside of it. No matter how much you think that you've dried it out, it's still got a percentage of water. Like, do you know what I mean? It's do you get me, like that? The words on the tongue, I can't think of it.
That's another reason why I'm skeptical and stuff. Like, if you go into an old building, a lot of let's say not a lot. Actually, you get YouTubers on there, and they're in a building. They're like, oh, did you hear that? Did you hear this? Well, hang on a minute. Houses sleep, buildings sleep. Yeah, they make creaks and noises. So you've got to try and discriminate which one is what.
Expansion and contraction, mate. Everything expands and contracts. You've got during the day when it's nice and warm, and then you've got nighttime when it's cold, and everything, obviously, the house itself is expanding and contracting. Yeah, of course it's going to make creaky noises in between doing it as well,
Absolutely. If you walk on a floorboard, you hear a creak, or you'll hear it in another, and there's always an external. There's always external noises as well, but there are some experiences which you can't dismiss as natural because to our knowledge we don't know.
Yeah.
As I say, yeah, I am skeptical.
I mean, you said that, so
yeah. It's like a lot of YouTubers who do ghost hunters. I'm not saying all of them, right? But so go, oh, did you hear that? Did you hear this? Did you hear? And it's like, well, you're just trying to either hype it up because there's nothing going on, and there's always quite a lot.
Fucking Derek Acorum, fucking Most Haunted comes to mind.
Well, whoever, but like for me, I haven't done a ghost hunt yet. I should do really, but I would more likely do it raw, so I wouldn't cut it whatsoever. So you'd get everything, literally everything. So I wouldn't cut it.
That's why sometimes I'll do it like that, but I fast forward all the bits in between where it's dead quiet, because sometimes people be sat there and it's like, well, it's not all the time, is it? The paranormal. There's going to be long periods of time in between before anything happens, and that's if it happens at all. Sometimes, it could be hours, and in some places, sometimes it doesn't happen every day anyway. They're not performers. Well, they do it when they want to, on their turn.
Yeah.
And also, I'd have to do a video beforehand, sort of going around the place, just doing an explore, shall I say, for want of a better word, and then do the ghost thing afterwards, right? Just to sort of go, look, this is the whole building. There's no wires. There's no fake stuff. What you're going to see later is what you're going to get. Yes, it's going to be long, but if anything happens, then it's not cut, it's not faked afterwards, like anything put in, sound put in, whatever. It's just completely raw.
Yeah,
it's the only way to prove anything happens, and then it stops people sort of going, that was just fake, that noise, or it was this.
That's why it's best to do a bit of a walkthrough, because you're getting to know the lay of the land, aren't you? The building is like, right, we'll walk around here. It's like, oh yeah, there's this, there's that, and then you do your paranormal, your investigation.
What I do,
and sometimes having a walk around, you can pick things up as well, so unintentionally.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What I do like is when, when you got, I can't remember what the text's called, but they got the screen there, and obviously it shows whether there's any figures and stuff like that, through the software. Obviously, it can pick up. I can't remember what it's called. I know
SLS, like that, isn't it?
Not sure what it's called.
It's the same as what they use for a. SLS. It's what they use.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? So obviously, sometimes that can pick up things. It could pick up a mannequin in the room, thinking it's obviously a person or whatever. But obviously, even on a chair, it could do it. But 9 times out of 10 on that one, I would say it's more able to prove that there's something. If something's moving around and you've got it on there like a stick figure on the screen, and there's no mannequin there, there's nothing else, in front of you when it's happening, that's unexplainable in my eye.
Yeah, I've seen something like that where people be like, but there's something on the chair and you can see it, and you'll put your hand out and you'll see it reaching out, and you're like, wow.
See, that also then, you need to take other readings. I mean, I'm yet to see it, but like people to do that, but then obviously I've seen it obviously when they've done a thermal image. That's good, because obviously it'll go colder or hotter depending. And also like have a spirit box there, whatever. Just all of it all at once. Obviously, because temperature's got a lot to do with it as well. It's said that with ghosts,
fluctuate, doesn't it? It goes up and down.
Yeah.
The temperature generally drops. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the temperature generally drops. There are times where the entity is meant to be there, it can get hotter and stay hotter whilst. So, for example, if I sat on a chair, so if I sat on the chair, obviously it's going to leave my heat residue there, and then it will slowly dissipate within a few minutes.
Yeah.
But if you sat there and then it continued to be there for a long time, that's a bit different,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so in answer to your question,
You'd be
Jackie,
like,
yes,
whoa.
I am fairly sceptical, but I won't dismiss it.
Yeah, that's cool. I
What-
think
One question, one question no one has actually answered me sort of properly yet is, when you put salt down and do all the other bits, right? Because if you put a salt circle, etc., it will meant to protect you or do sage, yeah.
Meant to.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So if everything is everything is paranormal, then you're using something physical to stop this paranormal entity entering
Yep.
where you are.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say to you earlier when you said
How
like,
does
it's
that work?
natural. I think paranormal is natural, if you want to put it in that term. I think it's more natural than what we are because we're like an effigy of
Maybe.
that paranormal trying to experience itself. If you
But
get my drift, like.
I do, but what I'm getting at is if it's paranormal, so it's not something something which is an entity or so. How can something physical? So if a ghost or whatever you want to call it can go through walls, can go through. You to explain to me how salt will protect you if you can do everything else, but all of a sudden you can't get around this salt thing.
Yeah, but salt's natural, isn't it? Though it's found in the ground. Well,
Yeah.
obviously not in
That's
the UK,
right.
but you know, but it is
I
natural.
know, no,
It's a
it
natural
is, but
substance everywhere.
it's a
Isn't it?
natural
So in
substance.
our
But
bodies.
how does
Salt.
it stop? How does it stop something if it's a entity? How does that stop it? What is the physical and paranormal?
Hey, hang on a minute. Let me just stop you all in your tracks there. Now, on that basis, think of this for a scenario. If spirits can't cross a salt barrier,
Yeah.
then why do we hear of so many paranormal stories of, let's say, ghost ships, etc., on the sea? Doesn't the sea contain lots of salt?
Yes,
But
but
aren't they
there's a
on?
fluid there. Fluid. We're going back to water.
Yeah, it isn't pure, isn't
Mhm.
it? Yeah, it's got water. Yeah, but wouldn't that make the energy go up as well? With it being
Oh, that
water?
tickled your brain, hasn't it?
I think water's got something to do with making it more
Connectivity,
prominent.
so they
I would
yeah,
say,
yeah, I know what I'm saying. Yeah, it makes it a transient rather than a barrier.
yeah. But I'd still like to know. No one's been able to answer how a paranormal experience can be stopped. So if you've got, for want of a better word, an evil spirit, and you've got a circle there or a pentagram in a shape of shape, whatever, a circle in salt. How does that stop something which is powerful enough to obviously touch you, scratch you, whatever? How does that stop it? Because you're going from something which is paranormal to something which is physical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that also, and that theory within itself also, putting the salt on the ground. Right now, think about it. If the spirit's floating through the air, it can come in at you from a bird's eye angle. So it doesn't. The salt isn't going to. You'd need. I know you'd need like a salt bubble to sit inside of to form a protective barrier. Is that what you mean? Like,
Well, yeah.
yeah.
So how does that work? And if so, why? Why does it work? What is this property of salt have it? What is the property that
Because
stops
it's
an
yeah,
entity
like
entering?
Simon was saying,
Google is
it's
my
pure.
friend.
It's
Yeah.
there's no chemicals in it, is there? It's natural. It's a natural substance.
All right. So let's go for the. If you're saying
Okay.
that, Jackie, which is a fair point, does that mean if I put sand down, right, in the same circle, the same pentagram,
But isn't there stuff in?
why does it then able to still come through if it's salt? Or if it
Yeah,
is, why is it that particular symbol?
Because
What
salt draws things
you're
out.
thinking, and
It does. Salt doesn't let
Oh, yeah.
liquid. Salt draws things out, so that is why they can't pass through salt. Is because salt draws. So it to draw. I mean, you put salt on food and everything, it starts drying them out. It's the same
yeah.
thing.
Okay, so going on that basis, there, I'm being devil's advocate, by the way. going on that basis, then, if I use a different chemical which wasn't salt, but also extracts what you're saying, a liquid or etc. from the air, because there are other chemicals which aren't salt, would that still work?
No, because there's lye in the soap, and lye actually kills germs.
Light, are you saying?
That's
Lye,
why it's silver.
lye.
As well.
Lie. Is it LYE or something like that?
Yeah.
Lie.
No, lime's
Yeah,
not.
silver
Lime's
is
not in
good.
salt, is it? Lime's not. Well, lime is a type of salt at some point, but it's
Did you say
basically
lime
made
or
out of
lie?
Lye is a base of soap. So lye actually kills germs. It's supposed to be an agent to kill germs. You don't eat it because there's the stuff in the lye can kill you. But you can wash your
Right.
body with it.
But salt is made up of sodium and chloride. So are you saying
that won't
either
work.
the sodium or the chloride is the actual which stops it?
So with what I've just been reading here, it says basically salt has been used for millennia as a cleansing agent.
Yeah, I know they used to put like lye. Yeah, LYE, lye. Yeah, I thought you were saying
That's
lye
caustic
and not
soda.
lime or. Yeah, lye is like caustic soda. Yeah, salt purifies and kills germs, which Susan said. Yeah, it does.
So yeah, that's
You can
one
use it
part
for
of it.
cleaning up
Just been reading.
salt and
So
water.
maybe it's the association with the age-old knowing that salt is a cleanser, it's a cleaner, it's, do you know what I mean? It's got that crystalline structure that keeps things in order, let's say, and that's just been passed on through, like say here, some religious terms. The Catholics used to they used to hang on, they used to what do they call it? I believe salt is strong significant in religions for millennia. Salt is a cleaner. Yeah, like they do. Like they bless water. They used to bless salt as well. Like the Catholics, the churches used to bless the salt and then tell people to put salt in each corner of their homes, in each corner, and that would ward away bad spirits, etc., because it's a cleansing agent. It cleanses the air and the aura around you. That's what it's saying. Yeah. So I think it's an age-old thing that's come from, like, say, like what do you call old wives' tales and all that sort of stuff, and then obviously that's passed down and passed down and passed down, and it's no longer an old wives' tale. It becomes more of a, well, this is just the practice. This is what we've always done, and you know what I mean? Yeah. And no one ever questions it up until you get like a group like us, like.
Yeah. So this is what I'm getting at. So let's just get let's get this out of the science out of the way. So salt is what is it? So salt is sodium and chloride put together, right? Lye, which you said earlier, which is caustic soda basically, is sodium and oxygen and hydrogen put together in a compound. So going on that basis, like what you were just saying, would you say that I could use sodium, I could use caustic soda in the circle? Or does it have to be salt? This is what I'm getting at. So what you said is actually correct.
I think it can actually be a lot of other things as well. There's a lot of other stuff you could probably use. Yeah.
Because it's like saying, well, we can use salt, but if you want, you can use caustic soda, which is a completely different chemical. So it still doesn't give the answer of why you use the salt.
Maybe because
Are you
it's
with
cheap.
me? Yeah, no, I know that it's cheap, but then you've got to look at that. You're trying to.
It's been used for years, hasn't it? Though it's been used for such a long time.
It doesn't matter. It's been used for years. It has
used preserve stuff as well.
Oh no, I'm not dismissing. What I'm saying is, you're saying salt's been used for years, but there's not obviously, other than what people say, it's they say, well, salt is what we use.
It's just
Okay,
an
well,
old
why-
wives' tale that's carried through as traditional like belief law, yeah. And then it's
Mark-
become an
so
actual belief, yeah.
So it's traditional. So are we going back to the thought of, oh, it's traditional? Well, I think it works.
Millennia. It's
So
been used for millennia, it says.
It
For like
has.
scrubbing, even back to
A
like
long
using it
time.
for
I know it's
scrubbing
been used a
pots and
very, very long
cleaning
time.
and
Oh, of course
yeah,
it has. But
we're just
Mark-
stone it, but yeah, it's been used since we were fucking here. But think about it. You think about
Cool.
being able to everything accessible is going to be used as a tool, like, you know what I mean? So once you figured out that salt water was actually a really good cleanser, we'd have probably sussed that out in fucking as we were Neanderthals, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just been carried all the way through, and the whole fucking species, all the way through, us growing and evolving,
I'm putting
and then, like you said, it's just been it's integrated as just part of. It's just unwritten. It's just it's just common knowledge. Everybody knows it. It's just one of them, isn't it? It's weird, though, yeah. It's weird. Yeah. Why couldn't it have been sugar? Sugar's a good cleaner as well, actually.
yeah, but like it's like we're going back to the salt and
Yeah,
and
but it turns
the
into a
caustic
bloody
soda.
serpent and gets dead sticky.
Well, that's probably now you see that. See, also think about that. So salt and sugar have opposites, so they have like a positive and a negative impact. Putting too much salt through your body has
Yeah,
its own
one's sweet
negative
and one's
impact.
sour.
Putting too much sugar through your body has a negative impact. But if you have the right balance of,
But it still doesn't. It still doesn't give the answer of why it's used, other than that.
We're
Because
just gonna
like,
go around him up. Good get now.
no, I'm playing.
Yeah,
devil's
no.
advocate, but like,
Bloody hell.
you know, you get someone who's real just doesn't believe at all. Say, well, the salt. You know, you're telling me that the salt does that because there's lye in it, or there is it. Well, in fact, no, lye is a different substance altogether. It is a salt, but it's made of different chemicals. So you've got two compounds with different chemicals. So which of the chemicals stops the entity from coming in? Yeah, that's not been
Be
proven.
my bloody foot when I chip the little git up. Yeah, vampires and garlic.
And silver.
And silver, yes, another one. That's pure as well.
Yeah, but silver's only for werewolves, isn't it?
not necessarily.
No.
It's
No,
for
silver
vampires too.
Oh yeah, we're vampires as well.
And it's usually good when you try and knock somebody out. I mean, anyway.
They are.
Place,
Right,
ward off
Storm,
negative
right,
energy.
Storm, Radio and Cats, right? You just put a good point there. You could beg the argument that sage is used to cleanse, a place to ward off negative energy. It works. It just works, doesn't it? Right? Well, okay, it just works. Well, that's not really a
Not
good
always.
enough answer. It just works.
Sage doesn't work.
It doesn't always work. Not all the
No.
time, no. Sometimes it can actually
No.
amp up the energy, or it'll calm down, making you giving you that sense of, oh yeah, it isn't.
So if you go on the base, oh, it just works. Surely then you're looking at your own psychological thing, going, well, if I put this down, it'll work. If I put something else down, it won't work. There's no sort of evidence to say that it does definitely work, and it's proven scientifically, because that's what this is what a skeptic will say. You know, it's like it's like
True.
saying, well, if I put this down, it will clear it. Well, you can't prove that it will clear it, other than saying, oh, I can't hear anything now, and everything's all quiet.
Yeah, but then it could be hidden, so you don't flipping know, do you?
Absolutely.
And
Like
sometimes they go dormant.
you put the
too.
circle round, like you put the circle around, it all calms down. As soon as you step out of that circle, what's going to happen then? Oh no, they've just decided not to bother.
Some bit's gonna come and give you a bitch slap. Like, I'll get back in the circle, safer. It's all right,
Oh,
I'll sleep here then.
I've opened a can of worms.
Oh,
Sorry.
dear. I know you get people that know a lot more than I do, because I don't bloody know everything. It's frigging vexes my head.
I mean, I'm not saying that
yeah, it is an
it
answer.
doesn't work. But I'm not saying it does work. I think it's more on a psychological level on some things as well, because you know that if you're
Yeah,
in
you get
a
something that
place,
are psychological. Give me my thing back, you. Stop leaning on it. How dare you lean on my
if
stuff?
you're in a place, that you know is haunted, your perception of that place would change, isn't it? If you go into a place that you don't know anything about and just walk in there and it all kicks off,
That's why
you then got to think.
sometimes it's best to not always, when you go to a place. Like when I first met him, I didn't tell him my house was haunted. I didn't say a thing. He found out. In fact, anybody that came into my house, they found out. I never said a word. Didn't ever let on. They found out.
See, that's where the proper thing comes in, because you don't tell no one about it, and then they experience something, right? That's a different thing altogether, isn't
And
it?
something else,
That's a
like,
more of a proof
my
type of
house
thing.
is haunted.
So I think a lot of the time, if someone says to you it's haunted, you've got a different aspect on it, haven't you? So you're like, oh God, or what if anything's going to happen here? But if you don't know and then something happens, you then on the question of like, oh, what made that happen? Is there a logical explanation, or is it paranormal? So that's where I sort of go, well, okay, fair enough. That's why I can't dismiss
we can outweigh things.
Yeah.
You'll be like, well, I'm in a building and the windows are all shut and this, that, and the other. And you'll be like, okay, that's not normal.
Yeah. So, like, as an example, Jackie, when I first worked at this place, no one ever said to me, oh, that place is haunted or this place is that. You know what I mean? I heard something myself. It was only when I spoke to somebody else, probably about half hour afterwards, and said, bloody hell, something's happened. What the fuck? And then they went, oh, yeah, it's just a ghost or whatever. I'm like, okay, then why didn't you tell me this before? Because it never come up in conversation. It's not something we're used to it. Whereas I wasn't. Yep. So that's where I sort of go, okay, fair enough. And I had no problem before walking, or still don't, but I had no problem about walking around at night and doing everything else. But I'd never heard anything up until that point. So then I sort of have to think to myself,
your body's more relaxed and everything, so it's something you don't expect to happen. You'd be like, okay, well, that's different.
Yeah, so you then draw the conclusion, like, the usual, was it the floorboards, was it a door, was it just a draft, was it this? When you omitted all of them, you can then say, okay, there's something paranormal there, which I don't know how it works, but it's there. But obviously going into a place that is possibly haunted, I think personally it then sort of ups the ante for yourself. You get into a state of like either not wanting something to happen, but thinking, oh, what is going to happen here? So
you start listening to it and be like, whoa, what's that noise? That was paranormal, and it isn't, because it could be from like a noise from next door, or it could be just the house relaxing, like house expanding and contracting, or the house settling. It's little things, and you can sit there and just debunk it all and be like, no, that's that.
That's right. And of course, your mind plays tricks on us all the time. So you have to rule that out
things
first.
And be like, whoa, what's that? Oh, it's nothing. Oh dear.
Storms on Radio's made a good point about stones as well. Like, obviously the different crystals and stones and everything else, and it's been used for years, but etc. Do they work? Do they not? Now, my partner is she believes in all the stones and everything else like that. Personally, I don't. I think it's more psychological. That's not putting her down or anybody else who believes in it, but if you think that something,
think it's like a sense of security? So basically, she
if
thinks,
you think something's so strong, so if you think something will help you so strongly that it will help you, your mind, you psychologically think, right, if I have these, they'll protect me or keep me safe. it may not be paranormal. It could possibly be something like you say, like a comfort thing, you know, because the mind's a powerful tool, and you can, you know, psychologically, you can do amazing things with it. Like, I know this is going into a fringe stuff, but like telepathy, you know, and what's the other one when you can see things from afar, etc., like that. Yeah, I quite believe that's probably possible because we don't know fully what our brains can do.
I do. I'm a
True.
born
Hey.
spirit medium, empath, and dream visioner.
Okay.
I am also an old soul, and yes, I remember all my lives.
I don't.
I'm probably one of the very few people that do.
How do you know you're an old soul, though?
Because this is my last life. This is my last life.
Okay.
I am not going to have another life. I'm not going to have another life on Earth. This is my very last one.
Okay.
Sorry, is that a conscious choice from like this perception of reality that you're in now? I mean, what I'm kind of saying is, when you do pass away, which we all do eventually, like, don't get me wrong, but what's to say that you're given like an extra chance then? Like, what if you're told then that you didn't experience everything that you should, that we set you out to be, or that you set yourself up to be when you set yourself off into the physical realm? You initially set yourself out there to experience these things. You've lived all these lives so far, but you haven't actually experienced everything that you set yourself out to do. Like, if you get my drift, and then they give you an opportunity again to come and relive again. Like, do you get what I'm saying there? Yeah.
I will not. Yeah, I would not. I would not come back after living this one. No, not gonna happen. That's it.
Highlander girl, how have you? I'm
Okay.
just intrigued at this. How have you come to this conclusion?
How have I?
How have you come to the conclusion?
When
Don't know
I've
what I mean.
had
Yeah,
my,
don't go the same level, like.
when I've had my visions, I was told that there's so many times that I can go back to the earth. And all the start of the earth is because you have to remember what earth is about, how the people are, how they lived, and what the reactions are on earth. Well, I could read that books, but it's not going to give me the same experience if I didn't come to Earth. So I decided that I would come to Earth as long as they will allow me, and this is the last life. I wouldn't want to come back after all that, everything that I've gone through in this life. I do not want to come back. Remembering quite a few of my horrific past lives, what has happened, I don't want to come back.
So is that a conscious choice on your behalf, or is that something from a transcendent point of view, whereas an entity or a spirit, for want of a better word, has said you don't need to come back afterwards, you fulfilled your destiny? Or
something I wasn't born as a human, put it that way. I know what I do when I pass. I know where I go. I know how I come to be who I am. And where I go.
I mean, sorry. Sorry.
The place that I go, us children of our Father, the children of
the light.
our
Of the
Father.
light.
No. I'm not saying he's God, but he was the one that made us. And the children of the guardians of light are the only ones that are able to do so much. Because
Right. The
not
reason I
only
ask
do we
and
help,
speculate, the reason I ask and speculate is because I feel like I'm an old soul as well. My reasoning for that assumption is because everything I've done in life, it feels like I've done it before. Everything, and I've done many jobs. I left fucking home when I was 14, and I've been pretty much working since I left school as well. Like, do you know what I mean? I've always had a job. Like, I've always held myself down pretty much. Every single job I've ever turned up to, I just put my hand to it. And I'm not saying it's like, oh, well, I'm just kind of one of them guys that can put my hand to it. No, it truly felt like I've done this before. I've done this job before. Now, there's another thing that also transpires with all this as well. After looking at my life and where I've lived, right? And I know I've lived in quite a few places, but the majority of places that I have lived, as I was saying to Jackie earlier, I also have a past life connection to these places. I'm in Hastings now. I've been here for 10 years, and I feel like a true connection is here with me. You know what I'm saying? I've been to like Stoke-on-Trent held me for a while, held me for about 8 years. And for some reason, I felt as though I'd lived there before. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not just a feeling, it's like, you go up there and where things were before I got to them. Do you know what I mean? It's music. I can listen to any piece, and you can test me on this as well. If you do not believe me, you can test me on it. I can pretty much listen to any piece of music and tell you when it rises, falls, and you know what I mean, and where the music's going to go next within the music as it's happening. Now, that isn't normal for a star, is it? Like, do you know what I mean? That's like, oh well, he's just musically intuitive. Like, well, how can you have
I
one
have a
person
question.
so
Have you?
tuned with so many different? You know, it truly feels to me. I've lived it many times previously, and that's what it is like. Yeah.
Go.
Have you ever had any? Have you ever had a dream where you've died?
Right now, dreaming. Dreaming has been a really complex situation for me in my life. I've dreamt many vivid, realistic, many dreams, many of them in my life as well. Like honestly, like scarily. I had at one point in my life, I had this dream where I was going to the same place over and over, like in this little pub in this little village. Yeah, everybody knew me there, but I was turning up like a stranger. But everyone was greeting me, and it was like, "Hi, Tom, we haven't seen you for a while. Where have you been?" It was one of them, like, yeah. And that went on for a couple of weeks as well. Same dream, every night for a couple of weeks. So why that happened, I don't know. Never dreamt it since. Another dream I had. I've had several dreams of actually dying. But then it's not just cut off. It's like I've been reborn again. Like I'm in an, I don't know. It's really weird. Like not even a human form again.
If you've had
I've been reincarnated into an animal form. Like.
If you've had 7 deaths, you have had lives up to 700 years. So you're 700 years old.
I mean, I'm not personally, but yeah. But yeah, my soul does feel like that, to be honest. That's why I've come to that. That's why I question you the same as like John, because it's not being like skeptical about it, but more inquisitive and like, yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I am 900 to 1200 years, counting all the lives that I've had. So this is my last. I don't think this is your last. I really don't think this is your last on Earth, unless the place that you go to after death gives you a time limit
on opportunity
on how many lives.
Oh, does it? Right.
Well,
okay. Yeah.
If you have only so many lives, but I think, yeah.
See, I was kind of under the impression it was just kind of, it was until you'd learned everything you needed to learn to be of pure life form, if you understand that. For example, this life so far has been so fucking eventful for me. And I mean, I've been tested on so many things, like, honestly. And everyone around me will tell you, well, how the fuck did you pull yourself through that? How did you have the patience to put up with all of that? Except I wouldn't have been able. Most general people around me say to me, you've got a lot of patience to be able to put up with what you've put up with in life so far, honestly. And I think that also stems from, I mean, you have to gain that patience. You have to learn that patience. Yeah, and that doesn't just learn in one lifetime. You know what I mean? Most people don't learn that in one lifetime. It takes a fucking you have to have had a fucking hard life previously to learn in this next life. Now your last life was much harder than this one, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I don't think you have, unless where you go, where your resting place is. This may not be your last. You may have a few more left to go, but you are close to being
Bring it on,
able
bitch.
Yeah, you are close. But if it depends on where you're at. See, where I am is guardian of light. So we're on the plane, on the platform, and on the earth. So and they need that so that souls know where to go.
Yeah, because another thing like that comes with it as well. I think. What was I just thinking? It's gone out of my head now. Oh, bear with me. I'll come back again. I haven't did that smoke yet.
With regards to like what you're saying there, Highlander, why is it then, if we're all on what you're saying, okay, in the sense of you have past lives, why is it that some people can never know that they've got past lives?
I think I can answer that one as well. I think I can answer that one as well, John. You've got old souls and new souls. You've got new souls being brought in. So these new souls, they don't have a clue yet. They're still learning. They're still living the first, second lives, etc., etc. They're fresh to the world, like fresh to the lights, fresh to the whole fucking system, like yeah. So they haven't got any. They're on their first experiences. That's why.
So isn't that a bit of a cop out then, in the sense of, and this is all with all due respect, I'm not trying to raise anybody, right?
Crack on.
So isn't that like a bit of a cop out? Like if we have all different lives, for example, why don't we know from the day one? Yeah, this is your first life. This is your second.
It'd be far too overwhelming. It'd be far too overwhelming to be given all that knowledge in one fucking head. Think of baby. Think a baby's just been born, it's brain mature, and everything's starting all over again to that physical form. To then just put all of that coded information into that brain would just overwhelm you, mate. It would probably kill you because it's just too much information. You have to gain
a normal human being, yeah. Exactly that. And if you knew, you wouldn't learn anything.
So why do you know then? Because
but it's still in you. I mean, it's still coded in you.
You're still learning.
Maybe it's that junk DNA that they say that we've got. Maybe it's hidden in there. Maybe there's portions of DNA in there that are holding so much information, but we don't have direct access to it. Deja vu, that sort of experience. That's a tap into that.
Such thing. Deja vu is no such thing as deja vu. Technically, the humans made it up to make an excuse, but there's no such thing as deja vu.
Call it what you want.
Sorry, you said the humans made it up to what? Sorry?
They made it up. Deja vu was never that. It's a human word made up to explain it, but it's not.
To explain the actual, you get a glimpse. You basically get a glimpse of what, and then that's they're passing that off as it's just deja vu. It's just something stupid. It's just a brain malfunctioning. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I say it's a human thing, and it's really not, because it's not deja vu. It's because you've gone through it before.
But logically, then you can't say.
I love
logically
the
you can't.
question
Yeah.
of how I know all this. I wouldn't have, but my husband from my last life had convinced me to find out my true age. He knew how old I was. He, we were both in China, and he helped me so that in this life I knew my exact age, and I would be able to remember everything in this life. But due to circumstances beyond our control, we were separated in this life. He took a life, volunteered to take a life of someone else, and I volunteered to take a life of a child that was had no soul. So I went and I took that life.
Yeah.
I was just thinking. So, what you said before, well, both of you said before about if you had the knowledge when you were a baby, it would blow your mind. You couldn't handle it as a human. Yeah, am I right? That's why you don't
Yeah.
know
I mean, well,
information.
that's what I presume was one of the
So-
maybe one of the
going
reasons
on-
why I'm there.
Okay,
Speculation.
so going on that basis, we all start off as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you've had one life, 100 lives, whatever. So surely, like you said, when you were born, Highlander,
Mm-hmm.
on this, on now, and you live in your life now, surely you obviously then grew up and you know. But what he said earlier is the fact that a baby can't know everything because it'll blow their mind. Well, surely that's for every baby which is born, every person which is
It
born.
is,
You're living your
but
next life.
but I've been having visions from the time that I was born. My visions have been showing me things that had really blown your mind. I
Right.
learned from them
I have a
that
second
would
theory.
blow other people's mind. But
But you
for
stated
me,
earlier that a baby couldn't handle all that, but then
I have a
in this
second
life,
theory
the
on
baby can handle it. So it puts pay to
On-
the theory you said before that a baby
Yeah.
can't actually handle it.
Right, so spin that speculation around on its head, turn it upside down, and think of it the opposite way around. A baby can't do anything when it's first born for itself. It can't communicate. It can't do all the things that we can do as an adult. So maybe it does have all that knowledge inside of its head. Maybe that's all the knowledge it has got. You know, when you pass away and you see that white light that you're going towards, who's to say that white light isn't the fucking lights in the hospital as you're being popped out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here, like on that basis. So maybe by the time we are able to communicate our experience of being in the past life, we've forgotten. We've forgotten all that. After 3 years of being a baby, you've had so much stuff to learn to be that you've lost all that other knowledge and you've replaced it with this physical realm of knowledge. If you get my drift, like yeah.
well,
So on
Teddy,
both, I can see both sides of that, John. Yeah. Maybe we don't know as kids because maybe it's too much, or maybe the opposite way. Maybe we do know fully. Maybe because I said it to her, and this is no joke. God's honest truth on my mother's grave. I used to say to her as a baby when she was months old, "Come on, then, my little baby. You tell me all the secrets of the universe. I know you know in there. I know you can't tell me though, but I know you know all the secrets." Do you know what I mean? I actually did that because, again, I've had that in my head as well for many years. Like, do you know what I mean? So I genuinely did that with my little girl here, rocking her in my arms, going, "I know you can't speak to me, but God, just give me a hint about what the universe is all about. Come on."
I just like to state though, I'm not trying to raise anybody. I'm literally just trying
Not
to
instigating. He's not
understand
instigating.
more and intellectually understand more. So please don't be offended by what I'm coming up with.
I never do, mate. You
If-
know me.
Nice.
I never take offence, mate. You know me. I
if
see.
you want to know this is how why, I can tell you why. I can tell you why. Because when a baby is born, you're supposed to start fresh and new. It isn't until you get older where you start seeing things and realizing there's something more to this. In my case, it was different because, well, things that had happened in my last life
Not
helped me
everyone's the same,
remember
yeah.
all my lives. But I didn't start coming to that until I was like 2 years old.
Very interesting. It's a good like conversation. Really, it's quite cool. I like it because it's very rare to get people who like yourself who will speak about this rather than just go, oh no, well you're wrong.
Yeah.
No, this is what I believe, and it's very defensive. Now
Yeah.
I don't go out to offend. I go out to sort of go, okay, I want to try and understand it in my own.
Seek the answers, man.
My
That's
own
exactly,
sense.
yeah. Exactly the same as me, mate. I had both yin and yang growing up. I said this earlier. My dad was kind of proper anti-paranormal. Totally, no, there's none of it. You're absolutely fucking mental. You're a dickhead for thinking that. But my mum was the opposite. Before she passed away with cancer, she promised me that she would come back and prove to me that there is an afterlife. Hence why I think I saw that orb of light. Hence why I think I'm like an empath. I'm more, when I say empath, I am very much, I don't want to see any hurt in the world. I don't want to see, do you know what I mean? I genuinely am like that. I would rather talk my way out of a fight than have a fight. I am like that, do you know what I mean? Genuinely, I want to see good in the world completely. I just want this fucking whole world to just fucking see that we're all human, we can all get along. There's enough resources on the planet to feed everybody 6 times over if we're just sharing out equally. Do you know what I mean? I am, and I think that's what makes you an empath. My mum opened up that gate to me to be connected, open-minded to the spiritual world, and I think you have to have that. You have to be kind of open-minded about it. Like, not you can't have any stigma against it whatsoever. You can't be like, not even so much to the point where you want to question it. It's only now, 20 years later, that I'm questioning how that ball of light got here, how she managed. See, I'm not questioning the validity of her doing it. I'm questioning how she did it. Like, how, I'm trying to understand now. So maybe when I pass away, I have the knowledge now. And when I'm in limbo world, and whatever happens when I pass away, I'm hoping that I can take all this knowledge with me and use it so I can then pass that knowledge on and keep this alive. Keep that ball of light alive. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I want. I don't even know. It's too much for words. I can't explain it in words how I feel about all of this. I genuinely can't. It's too much. It's exasperating.
That I can explain. The ball of light that you're seeing is an energy. When we pass away, there's 2 energies. There's a good energy, there's bad energy, and that's what it is. You're seeing an energy, and it's an energy of the person that passed. For them to be the 2 energies, they have to pass through the door of light, pass through the light. And after they have the 2 energies, one energy will be dissipated, and another person will have that energy because a new person will take over that energy. A new soul will take over that energy, and that energy will then be a new soul, not taking what the energy had when it was in the person, but it takes it'll be brand new. And
did she have to ask for that though? That's what I'm saying. It's like, did she have to go and seek all that then and find out? Because obviously that can't be easy. If you've just been shot off into the paranormal world, the other world, the next life, the next whatever you want to call it, light realm. I like to call it the light realm. That's what I like to call it. So when we pass on, we go to the light realm. We go back to where we came from, like, yeah. That's what I expect. That's what I.
Not exactly. pretty much before you even do anything, you have to pass through the Guardians of Light. And the Guardians of Light protect the doors to the City of Light. The gray area, which they just call it the gray area. And then you have entities section. And the entity section, I've never been there, but I know on being a Guardian of Light, I've been up front before people go into the doors, having to help them through the door if they needed, didn't know which direction they're supposed to be going. The only one I don't have to watch is the entities spot, because they know where they're going. They know how to get there, already know how to get there, so they just walk on through. But the other people we help get to their destination. There
So basically,
is
so would it be
there's
a
about
simple? Well, sorry.
there is a 600,000 of us, and only about 100 of us are on the platform, manning the platform. The platform itself can hold up to just about 1 million people on the platform. So
Make
if
it sound
we
like a
get
train
stopped
station.
up, it is pretty much like that. I mean, people are wanting to know which direction they're supposed to be going, and if they're going in the right direction, and that's how they know. We have to.
Yeah,
I
I
just
know what you're saying.
man the
Lots of the near-death experience people, they say it's beyond words to explain it into a physical form. If you get my drift, it's beyond. You can't explain in a physical form in words what it is that you're trying to explain right now. But I mean, you're doing a really good job of it so far. Like, yeah, I mean, if you visualize like a train station, big massive platforms, people wondering where they're going,
well,
asking. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
no, it's actually stairs that I watch, and that's my job, is watching the stairway. I watch one side, my brothers watch the other, and that I really like about that, when you pass, you have no sense of, okay, this is black, this one's Chinese, and I'm not gonna like them because there's no
Oh yeah, there's none of
hate.
that. Yeah, obviously, take all the mentality of being here on this world. Remove all of that. I'm talking, yeah, completely. Yeah, I get that.
All that
Yeah.
is
I
gone,
missed a bit,
and
right?
you don't have
I missed a bit. Did you say
any of that.
Oh yeah, let's catch up with
the
John
realm that
because
you
we
entered?
missed
Did you
him.
say that only 1 million people can go in? I might be wrong. I missed a bit because my internet cut out. So,
At a time.
at a
1
time,
million
so there is
people
no
at a
limit.
time.
There's no limit in the afterlife, but to get to where you are, but there's only like you said the number 1 million for argument's sake, 1 million to be at that foothold waiting to go in. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well, that's just
any
what
size.
yeah, that's just what she's perceiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I personally I'm not against any religion, faith, etc. I do have a strong faith myself, but I don't. As I say, I like to sort of find out what other people believe in, etc. And I do think there's an afterlife. I do think that, whether it be you sit on Earth for a little while, which is going into a bit of purgatory, really, if you think about it, or whether you die and go straight to your heavenly realm, shall we say, or a realm somewhere else. Yeah, I do have a bit of a sort of a stigmatism with being like in purgatory, because basically you're basically a ghost, is what they're saying. Which purgatory is made by
They
fucking
prefer
Catholicism.
to be called spirits, not ghosts.
Okay, sorry, spirits fully on that. So, is a spirit realm a purgatory type of thing? Is what you're saying, or is it just a realm which is there waiting? So once you've been good enough, you could enter the light.
It's not it's a place that's way far away from the earth. And if you're talking about realms, we are talking about the places that mirrors the world here. There is 135-ish, 40, something like that mirrors the earth.
So we're talking like on a layman's scale, we're talking about a multiverse. Is what you're saying.
Parallel multiverses, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she's just explained it as, parallel multiverses.
Yeah.
Parallel being the opposite, the mirrored effect, and multis obviously being. Yeah.
The only
So going on a science point of view, then. Going on a science point of view, then, like there are theories saying that multiverses exist.
I've been saying
there is.
I've been saying
Yes, there is. I know. I've lived on some of them. Yes.
Yeah. I'm glad I
So going on that theory of a multiverse, then that's an infinite multiverse rather than you can't number a multiverse because it's infinite. So if you look at it, everything you do in another multiverse, you did the opposite or you did something else. I mean, like for example, if a leaf falls from a tree in another in another multiverse, that leaf didn't fall from the tree, or the tree wasn't even there, or the tree was there but it was only a sapling. Is that what you're getting at as well? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
See, I know in some of there's a good number of realms where there is no magic. This one does not have any.
Sorry.
So going on that theory, then there is a multiverse, as spiritual realms, etc. What happens when you die in that multiverse? Where do you go when you come to the end of whatever multiverse you're in? Do you just pop off to another one? Because then that way, that's an infinite thing. So what you were saying earlier
depends on where your soul started.
You just start again, is what you're saying.
No, depends on where your soul was actually born, because you were not originally born on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever place that you were born at will be where you will go.
Okay, so you're saying if you started in one multiverse and you go all through the others until your last life, like you were saying earlier on, when you eventually have your last life, you'll go back to the original multiverse that you were in and have a spiritual realm there.
No,
I'm not being funny, guys, but because the internet keeps botching up, I am going to believe it.
So I'd let you know.
I'd let you know.
I know the conversation's
really interesting, but it's bloody annoying me.
I'm sorry, I've just put a spanner in the works. I'm sorry, Jack.
No, I've been enjoying it. It's been good because I like, when you get, into the, to know the ins and outs and everything. It's enjoyable. I love it.
It's really interesting, and thank you, Highlander Girl, for your explanation and what you believe in. I think that's really cool. It's a really good sort of getting the juices flowing, as it were. And that's not rude before anybody says it.
Yeah, but you're just getting there with the flow and you're enjoying it, and it's what you want, really. It's what you want out of the conversation. It's fun.
Yeah. So that means you've got to stay on a little longer, Jackie.
I try to do the best I can.
No, I
Right.
think we all do. I mean, on a fundamental level, most sane people try and do the best they can throughout their life. You know,
Yeah.
and you only build through your experiences, and then obviously, if you've got an ounce of sense, you're able to respect what other people say, but also allow not only yourself but other people to question what you believe in. I think it's great.
Yeah. Big time,
So
yeah.
I'm just trying to get into the chat on the laptop, and I will be ending it because it's doing me treeing. But I'm
Yeah.
sure we can definitely pick up again at some point again, because it was really enjoyable. I've really enjoyed it anyway.
Last question then. Last question to Sue, because it tickled my fucking brain this, and I'd like a little answer. Even
Unless
just a
you want to
speculation. not
chat
really
after
Sue.
this too.
Yeah, yeah. But
Because if I bugger off, then you can all just chat and yeah.
But why did I have my experience of seeing an orb of light, and why have I never met anybody? We've got 7 billion people on this planet. Why have I never met anybody that's had the same experience? What makes me so fucking special to have that experience?
Because
You know what I mean?
because if you were to that,
Genuinely,
you
like.
wouldn't learn anything.
Yeah, but why me?
You wouldn't
Why
learn
have I never
anything.
met? Because on the basis of that question being, everyone thinks I'm fucking mental for telling them I've seen a fucking orb of light, and I think it was my mum after she passed away.
Yeah.
But I know it fucking
Because
really
you're
happened.
like me,
Someone
and I can't
else,
do that either.
yeah, somebody else was sat with me when it happened. You can contact that girl right now, and she'll tell you that happened that night with her as well. So it wasn't just me on my own that
Yeah.
saw this. I have a witness that was sat with me, just being there in that room, and it happened. And I got kid with her. My daughter's for Alicia in Manchester. That's her mum.
Yep.
So it happened with her. So maybe that's for a reason as well. Like, because we got that connection, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. And she's from Wigan, which is where my mum was from. Connection. You see the connections here, like, yeah? I really don't know. Why have I never met anybody else? I'm on the internet. Look, I've asked on the internet loads of times, umpteen fucking times. Everybody else, nobody else. I've never met anybody that's actually seen a bright white football-sized orb of light floating from one knee to another knee, disappearing, and just all the time thinking to yourself, "That's my mum. That's my mum," and feeling like someone's stroking your shoulder. Why have I never met anybody that's had a similar experience? What the fuck? Am I a prophet? Have the heavens sent me to tell this message to everybody?
Bloody nutcase, this guy. Right. Anyway, yeah, my laptop is doing my treat. Well, it's not my laptop, it's my internet. It's being an absolute pain in the ass. So when I get back on with my laptop, I will be ending this. I won't be able to, can't do it on my phone, but it's just been an absolute.
We ended you
all. You can end it on your phone.
I don't know. I've not been able. No, because I didn't start the stream on my phone, did I? I did it on my laptop.
Oh yeah.
That's why I put myself in twice, so I could be in the stream just in case. So I sit there for bloody missing out. I was like, hang on a minute, I'm enjoying this. What? I'm not getting booted out of my own stream.
I feel really bad because I'm like a devil's advocate because I'd rather ask the awkward question.
It's better to be that way because it gets the conversation going, doesn't it?
No, you're right.
That's what you want.
You're right with everything that you've said has been within above board, and yeah, it's all been. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Right? I don't mean
it's not like you Brock's in the place and going, "Oh, you're all dickheads. You're full of shit. Go on, then. Prove it to me. Go on, you dickheads. Fucking prove this shit to me. I think they're all full of shit. Go on, then." You haven't done that. Quite the opposite.
That's right. I have my own beliefs, but I don't poo-poo anybody else's. Because at the end of the day, you can come back to me and go, right,
people. Before I get booted out of my own bloody stream again, I want you all to smile and wave. And then I'll end the stream, and then you can all chat amongst yourselves when I've buggered off. So smile and wave, people. Thanks for having us. Hope everybody's enjoyed the stream.
Thanks everyone. See you later. Love you all. Bye.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
See you.
Oh, Sab's fucked off as well. Look.
Has he? The bit. bitch.
Yeah.
How dare
You
he?
haven't even cancelled it yet. What's going on?
I'm staying in the chat.
Well, I'm going to bugger off in a minute, and I know you've got work soon, so you'll be left on your own, Susan. Hopefully you've all subscribed to each other, because I know you do your lives sometimes, don't you, John?
Yeah, I do. I was going to do one tonight, then I thought that's too late now, and you were on, so I thought I'd come on. And it was an interesting chat, so I thought, and the story goes on.
My channel is on Tuesdays at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Not even bloody ending yet. Just end it already.
Oh, just
So
going to end it.
It won't end.
Thanks, everyone.
Something went wrong. I think
appreciate all
it's
you
we're still live, and it's no good. Oh,
Well, you
this
just have to
internet is doing my
cancel it then.
tree.
Just cancel the live.
I'm trying.
Well, sorry everyone in the chat. Jackie's having technical issues and just can't sort it out. And don't know really what to say,
Bloody
That's
chat's
me and
doing me.
Highlander
Well,
girl.
not chat. Me bloody laptop's doing me treeing, and I'm just going to be having words of it. I think next time I'll go through my bloody phone, and then if it asses up again, then I can just turn it off on my phone and not on my laptop.
Probably the
All
better
right.
idea.
I think I'll do it that way, because then I don't have to faff around with it all. Like, let me go.
Yeah, it's sad. There's no end. There's no end. You've left us. You've left us. What are we going to do?
No. Come on. Do as you're told. I know something went fucking wrong. Tell me something I don't know.
No, it's been a really interesting discussion as well. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much for sharing everything, Highlander. It's been brilliant. And Jackie,
It's called
obviously.
Susan.
Oh, yeah, I know,
Susan.
but all right, Susan, there we are. I'll just forget it. I'll just forget everyone's names.
Who are you again?
That's okay.
Exactly. I don't even know. I'll get up in the morning and go, oh, who am I? What have I got to do? Don't know.
Well, if you
Oh,
could
no.
bring those questions to my videos, that'd be great, because we do talk about old souls and past lives. So you're welcome.
when
with
you
Yeah, I
all
like
do
the
it,
it
questions.
when the conversation gets flowing like that. It's good.
Susan, what's your channel? Because I don't think I have. I may have subscribed, but I don't know. What is it?
Highlander Girl. Highlander Girl.
Oh, is that it?
Same name. Yeah.
All right, let
Yep.
me just see. Highlander Girl. There will be only one. That's probably why you said it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, John heard you.
I'm Scott.
Right,
I'm
I've
a
just subscribed
Scottish
to you. There we
Highlander.
are.
So
Yep.
Right, I've
She does it at
subscribed
the same
to
time as
everyone.
when Will does his.
There we go. It's all done. So I'll get notifications now.
good. Also, there's more stuff on our Facebook too, so you might want to get into
That's
that
cool.
too.
I'm quite open to asking questions, as you probably gathered. I have no issue with it.
And
That's
I
what
am
we
very
want. No, we
welcome